Uh, big thank you to Nick, who's really the MVP. Uh, I hope you don't mind if we steal you for like 2 hours.
It's
You're
really great
awesome.
to have you here, Nick. Thank you so much for coming to the rescue.
Oh, there is no in-game sound though, if possible. If you, I did not
Is it
hear
no
the.
in-game sound or no sound at all? Is the question.
Mm, well, let's see. Is I think stream can hear us. I'm pretty sure stream can hear us.
The stream, can you hear us? Chat can
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
Stream can.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fabian, for being super helpful and also bringing me coffee.
She, MVP boyfriend.
He really is the best.
MVP.
And as we've also read in chat, MVP Nick.
MVP Nick, can we get that being spammed in chat here
Why is it so
real quick?
sweet?
Just get some MVP Nick here. Would be some great stuff.
To be honest, I feel like I'm still in my waking up phase. So if my brain is a bit slow, you know why. But I have coffee now, so hopefully that will help. And we will be super extra hype for the next few hours coming up.
When the caffeine hits, you're gonna be even more awake.
Oh, don't remind me. I had so many energy drinks per night at Trackmania that I
How was Trackmania?
completely
Did you
messed
enjoy
up
your
with
time?
me. Oh, I did certainly did enjoy my time, and I might have been like what felt like drunk half of the time.
um, Nick, if you would be so kind, one last thing I'd like to ask you: if you could stream onto Discord, if that's something you could possibly do. Thank you. And with that, I think we have ourselves a fully functional stream. And for the first time, I
Woo!
can actually watch the race live.
Congratulations.
it only
Only
took
half.
it only took 3 hours.
Listen, man, I had these special drinks that were like 2/3 energy drinks, 1/3 rum, and I had quite a few of them each night, which led to also a very sleepless night. So I wasn't dead during the day. I didn't want to drink then. And
Sleepless nights, tired days. Feels weird.
and after those few nights, I have like barely dodged a caffeine addiction. I swear.
Oof.
I was like I was feeling so addicted and on withdrawal like for a few days. It was not fun, but very worth it.
Again, big thank you to Nick. You're awesome, my guy.
We'll
Big
just
big
keep
thank
saying
you.
this.
Yeah. No. There's no way around it. And in the meantime, while we've been struggling with all this, Elcon has taken a 60 checkpoint lead over second place over team. Okay, which I can't do the
Okay.
okay. I can't do the okay. I'm not that good. I'm not very good at the accent.
Good, not good.
I'm not
Keep
good.
keep practicing QTC.
Okay. My name is not Lingo, okay? I will not keep practicing. That's something Lingo does.
Maybe it is because you don't need any more practice. You're already a pro player.
Maybe. Indeed. As Elcon
Okay, yeah,
has a
yeah. I like
okay,
that, Fabian.
yeah. So let's take a look around. Let's see who's where at the current time of me talking about them. So, in the mud, which is currently being driven by Elcon, who is, I think, on a 4 hour stint at this point. No, 3 hour stint at this point. Looking very, very strong. He's probably going to switch in with Massa in the next couple of minutes. He's been driving really, really fast. He currently has the fastest time out of anyone in the field, and I do believe it's a 4:33.3 still as his best time, and it is his average is a 4:35.9. He is an absolute beast, and he is extremely fast. No way around that. However, the most standout player to me so far is Ixawai, who's driven nearly 5.5 hours and has over 700 more checkpoints than Fabkun, who is in second place. He has been driving nearly non-stop for the last 8 hours. We are 1/3 of the way through of this race. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Is that coffee also wow?
It is pretty wow. It's also surprisingly sweet. Fabian, what have you done to it? What is in this coffee? I don't trust it.
It might be a double double or something where he put. Oh no, that's a Canadian term. I'm sorry. Double double is like 2 sugars and 2 milks.
Makes sense. Sugar? Alright. I can taste the sugar. Do you not think I'm already sweet enough? Same as your usual. No, you don't understand. I only need this sugar when you were visiting your parents. I don't need the sugar here. The coffee itself is like fine for me in in our house with our coffee beans.
Now you're gonna be starting to bounce off the walls.
No, I don't have enough energy for that.
uh, no. Well, the coffee's gonna give you that energy.
Well, it's still too hot to properly drink.
Lars so far has been driving very, very nicely. He's been doing pretty well, I would say. Currently in second place, and I mean he's nearly 60 checkpoints behind when it comes to Elcon, but he's 25 checkpoints ahead of Arthanir, and I think that needs to be said. He's literally in no man's land. Like he is near no one. He's not gonna get overtaken anytime soon, and he's not gonna overtake anyone anytime soon. And the teams, they've been like this for quite a while now, where the top four very, very separated, but they've stayed the same for the last I want to say 5 hours, where this has not changed. However, Stinky Squad, Wombats, Average Tech Players, Zwatarakt, and VH Racing, as well as Tsun at certain points, they've all been fighting for this fifth position. And after going from fifth down to 10th, there's a separation of 34 checkpoints from 10th to 11th. So there's an even bigger gap between 10th and 11th, which means everyone in the top 10 is, well, exactly in the top 10, where they need to be pretty much. It's quite incredible that, well, only 10 teams are into fighting for the top 10 at this point.
Yeah, I think most of the teams are now in a comfortable position where in front of them and behind them there are quite a few CPs of a gap, and we will continue to see this now. It's kind of starting, and it will probably go all throughout the night a bit. Of course, later things can change when we start to see that people like a bit of focus and lack of sleep. But right now, I feel like everyone can just relax a bit and chill and have fun with the race.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and there we go. Elcon has just switched out. Elcon has been switched out for Massa. And now it's Massa's turn to show us what he could do. We're currently on Brandon, driving for Ver. VER. What position is that? Ver. It's versatility, currently in 32nd place, in a fight actually, with anti-sniffers, who have the exact same checkpoints. So they are within one checkpoint of each other at this point in time. And right behind them is Rewalls, which is only 3 checkpoints behind. So there's a really big fight here for 31st, 32nd, and 33rd. Very surprising indeed.
It is what I love about these races. If you have this many teams and also this many different skill levels, it's always just... It is what I experienced when driving, for example, the Valley Smurfs Cup. It's nice to just compete with the people around you.
Right,
And
because
it's
there's
really...
so many people competing, right? That
exactly.
You'll find people who you can compete with, right?
on your skill level. It's
On your
great.
skill. That sounds awesome. I love the sound of that.
It does feel amazing.
But what's
Also for me,
crazier is that it's 24-hour race, right?
mm-hmm.
So this race has been going on for 8 hours now, and they're still neck and neck within one checkpoint. What were you going to say? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
I don't even remember right now. Well, I was gonna talk about, and not really the Rally Smurfs Cup per se, but it can only speak for myself there if I participate in it. It doesn't even matter if I'm bad because there are other people that are just as bad as me, and I'm just having a lot of fun. And often you also have a lot of people in a voice chat there, just chilling together while driving. And I can imagine that from the experience, it is kind of similar to the 24-hour race, except of course it is not an endurance cup at all, and it does not last for 24 hours. But the setting is sort of the same, and I think this 24-hour race really reflects super nicely the soul and heart of the whole Trackmania community.
Yeah, because I mean, only 60 teams could play, right? Which is, if there could be hundreds of teams, right, there would be. And I think that's the even more special part is that there are that many people interested in playing that there would be over 100 teams easily if there was not a cap on how many teams could play. And if in the next iteration, right, if Nadio were to improve its netcode even more and allow for more teams to play in the same cup, right? Then this would be even bigger. And so I think that's what's nice about the 24 hours. Just as you said it, right? People are gonna find the people who are just as fast as them, and they're gonna feel included in that sense. But there's also just gonna be so many that you're always gonna find someone to compete against and just have fun, right? Because at the end of the day, that's all that this race really is. It's fun.
It is very fun indeed, not only to, I imagine, play yourself, but also to watch and cast.
True.
But you'll
I
always have
I
some
always have
fights
fun.
going on. I also always have fun. I believe this is actually the first time we've casted together, and might be the first time it's basically just the two of us in the white chat together. I've been really looking forward to this.
Uwu?
Ubu.
I had to. I'm sorry. Uh,
It is
440
fine.
out of Brandon here. I think that's his new PB actually. So good job from Brandon.
GG's,
440.
Brandon. Well done. I'm so proud of you.
Good job. And I mean, even down here, right in the mid 30s, you'll find players who are doing 4 minutes and 40-second times, right? And that's pretty much only 10 seconds behind what the leaders are doing, right? If you don't mind, Nick, if you could switch between a team towards the top. If oh, you need, yeah, there you go. If you could go towards the top to either Lars or Massa, you can see Massa just started now. This is going to be his first lap, and it is a 448, sorry, on his first lap, and that's obviously because he also came out of the pit lane, right? So he's going to be slower than everyone else who just finished their lap. So this lap should be slower than what he does this time around. You can already see he's 2 seconds faster. And so Brandon, who was down in 30th place, right, was lapping faster than Massa was. And so it's gonna be fun to see how the teams in the midfield mix up because there's some really good players in that midfield, and some teams might just go up or down depending on who's playing and who isn't.
Don't mind me as I'm just zipping a bit of my coffee. But I definitely do agree with you.
I have the worst timings, don't I?
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't. It's fine. It's me who doesn't really have casting experience and somehow has been asked to come back to this event.
every time I try to throw it to you, you're sipping your coffee though.
It is alright. Just coffee zipping. Content.
Sipping.
Copy. Copy paste.
Coffee simping. There you go.
Coffee simping.
Oh yes, ASMR coffee sounds.
And that was
Twitch
actually
chat
water.
like that.
Yeah,
Aw.
usually I actually do it like right in front of the microphone. I didn't want to do it now to be a bit more professional, but apparently you could still hear it.
I mean, honestly, we have 24 hours, right? It's not going to be fully professional for every single second of. You can't be professional for, what is it, 74,000 seconds? I think it is.
Don't ask me. I'm bad at math.
I think it's somewhere around that.
A long, long time. No, I think
In
it's
a galaxy far, far away.
no. I
No?
believe we're still on.
Hmm?
Thank you. Thank you
Nice.
for providing the facts.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciated.
Very, very greatly. I was nearly right, but just a little bit not enough. I should be bigger next time. I should overestimate myself.
It is weird because for me, the first like the edition 0 of this event in Trackmania 2020, it has been like a fever dream. I didn't know it was going on. I started watching a stream. Next second,
You're
I
casting.
knew it. I was casting it with like zero casting experience. Just got thrown into voice chat, talking to the Knucci guy who I have previously never heard about, and I had a great time, but I also honestly don't really remember too much from it because by the end I was also pretty sleep deprived. I was also awake for like more than 24 hours and only went to sleep for the like final few hours of the event.
Oh man, okay, yeah, I can understand that,
It
which
has been wild.
which is pretty wild, yeah. Now that I think of it, that's pretty wild, all things considered. That that you just came in, but same thing that it just happened with Nick, pretty much, right? Like I'm not too sure how often Nick streams, but uh, to me it just seems like I just became a streamer suddenly, you know, for a big
Well done,
24-hour
Nick.
race event.
Everyone leave Nick a follow
Yeah, get.
right now. No, I was actually leading with this, which I almost forgot. Hold on, let me find the words again. I forgot where I was going with it. Oh yeah, this was a fever dream, but I only recently read a comment saying that they actually have gone back to watch the whole VOD of the whole cast from the last edition
Okay.
and just watch and listen and experience it all over again, and that's just crazy and a bit embarrassing for me.
Oh,
As,
I can't
as
imagine.
I cannot remember anything. I've probably talked about so much shit.
And that's what's fun, right?
It
Is
is
that
fun.
I
This
can
is
go
a whole.
back and listen to my old casts, right? And be like, man, I don't remember this, but this was awesome, right? Like, I remember a little piece of it. I don't remember the rest of what happened, right? Or I remember
Yeah,
clips, right? But I don't remember, like,
the
the
whole thing,
everything,
the whole vibe.
right? And so when you get to re-experience it, it's like a new experience where you already knew a bit of what happened, but you don't remember everything. And now that you're starting to remember everything, it's like, oh wow, okay, like this was a really nice experience. I really enjoyed this, or oh wow, I forgot this happened, and it brings you that smile to your face. And I'm sure Nouch, who casted and streamed all 24 hours of the last race, which is mental. All right, like I don't know how he
Yes,
did it.
me neither.
Um, he must have gone back and watched that VOD, right, and just been like, this is going to be no matter what happens in my casting career, this will be the biggest thing I ever do.
This is my Magnus opus in
Yeah,
casting.
exactly.
It was also his first casting experience ever,
Yeah, it
and
was.
he just went in for 24 hours. That's just crazy. But yeah, to whoever is watching this VOD in the future, hi to you. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I hope the world still exists. May
Hey,
you
for
be
right now, the
blessed with a
world.
litter of kitten.
I always have a litter of kittens on hand. Don't worry about
Oh, shut up, eh?
it.
Don't make me jealous. Don't make me book a flight literally live on stream to Canada.
Hey, at least bring Fabian with you, all right? Poor guy won't get to won't get to see the cats unless you show him the pictures.
I mean, if he wants to come, I'd bring him.
I mean, come during the summer, right? Because during the summer it's like 40 degrees, which isn't the end of the world hot, but like right now it's gonna snow tonight.
I like snow, actually.
You like snow?
Great. Yeah, I do like snow.
Okay, but
And
what's like your upper limit to like how cold it can get?
I haven't reached that limit yet, to be honest.
All right, well then come to Canada so you can figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I've been outside at like minus 20 degrees with like barely clothes. I was wearing like very thin thighs and a dress, and
Ooh,
I
that
was
sounds
wearing a
rough.
winter jacket, but I was really cold on the legs.
Yeah, that sounds like just a rough time. Ooh, I have a cat.
And no, it was fine. You have a cat? I think I heard a meow. I heard something. Introduce us. Who's the new caster?
So my new caster, her name is Brownie. She doesn't
Hi,
meow too much
Brownie.
now, but
I'd like to eat ya.
all of my cats all have like was it food names?
Shut
So-
up.
So like I have a cat named Oreo, I have a cat named Kit Kat, cat named Coconut, right? This one's Brownie,
Hello,
and-
Brownie.
and she is the derpiest cat we have.
Oh my god,
Like,
I love you
absolute-
already.
Derpiest cat we have. She plays fetch like a dog. It's so funny as. Oh wait, Masa just
Masa had
crashed
to
into-
respawn.
Yeah,
I just saw that
that's a
as well.
goofy respawn too, because you don't want to respawn while going backwards. That's like the worst spot to respawn from, because you'll be slightly slower.
I wonder if it would have been faster to just keep going.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
he
No,
just-
because no, it isn't. There was an anti-booster.
I
Sadly.
didn't. I paid that much attention, so
yeah,
I couldn't see it in time.
This cat is very, very derpy, and she just she will climb you, she will play with you. It depends on her mood, and she has a lot of mood swings. So sometimes, right, like you could just walk past her, and she'll just fall on the floor and start
Mood.
purring.
Mood, actually, big fat mood.
They even need to look at her. She just did this, and it's like
I do that.
and you can hear the thud as she falls on the floor. And
I
it's
could send
really,
you a
really
picture of me right now, of me just lying on the floor on my carpet, and then Fabian put a blanket over me.
cute. Well, pretty much the same thing my cat does, except she doesn't want a blanket. She wants a hand on her head or on her belly. She loves belly rubs. She's one of
Who
those rare
doesn't?
cats. No, but normally cats will attack you if you pat their belly, or some will anyway.
Oh, yeah,
She
well,
won't-
I
she
think
wants
it
the
always
belly
depends on the cat necessarily, but yeah, wonderful, wonderful. I feel like I could keep talking about cats with you. However, I also fear. I've been there, done that. Yeah, Fabian has a lot of experience with like petting my head and stuff.
That's so cute.
If I say that I am a cat, then I'm not kidding. It's
Yeah, but where are the cat ears? Like when you go out for Halloween this year, right? You just buy cat ears as your costume. There you go.
I was a cat for last year's Halloween, actually.
Oh, were you? Okay.
No kidding, but I've lost my tail.
Oh
I can't find
no!
it anymore. But I still have the paws and the ears. But my octopus plushie, May, she likes to wear the cat ears, so she became an octopusy. Or pretends to be an octopusy anyway.
I was not expecting that, but that one's funny.
Well,
I
this
was-
only goes to show that you don't watch my streams enough.
I mean, I don't go on Twitch that often. To be fair, I mean, I don't like Twitch too much, but.
Well,
Like,
you could also join my Discord server for a lot of pussy pics.
All the cat pics.
Oh, actually, you have to join because I have a specific cat owner role, and
Oh.
I would like to abuse you for cat pictures. Thank you very much.
Because I have this large array of cat pictures
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like, oh yes, massive cat fan here, where I just have a crap ton of cats, right?
Alright.
It's just like, please cat, right? Like the command. There's a bot that you could just do like exclamation mark please, and
Yes.
you just do please cat, and I just send a cat picture, easy. I probably have over 100 cat pictures, to be honest.
Fair enough. I'd
It's
also
there's
have that many cat pictures if I had that many cats in
True.
like a week.
To be fair, I'm not a person that takes out my phone too often to take pictures,
Fair enough.
but
Me neither.
when I do, I normally take like 5-10 pictures because I'm just in that mood to take some pictures at least.
Yeah, you want to have nice ones.
Yeah. Now, overall, so far, Massa's been doing pretty good, but he's not been at the speed of Elcon. And Elcon, I mean, he was sweating hard. Massa, I just feel like he's just playing for fun at this point. Like
Yeah, I mean he should.
he's having fun out there.
He's
He's still
been
like
way too
over
stressed
50
at Trackmania
checkpoints.
already,
I mean, he
and
doesn't
they have
even
a
need to
huge
sweat,
lead.
does he?
No, he doesn't need to sweat at all. He just can take it very chill. He's also probably in a voice chat with the other boys from his team, and he's probably having a great time, hopefully. And
Well, I mean, that's
he's
the
still
important part.
keeping the lead, so everything's fine.
Yeah, as long as he keeps the lead. I mean, he had a 60 checkpoint lead. Like, there's unless he finds a way to throw that, which I don't think is very possible, right? Then that's the only time where I'm gonna say, oh, there's a problem there. Anyway, there's
Well,
been a lot of car changes in the
they
last few
have.
minutes, and do you want me to tell you about them?
Yes, please tell me about them.
So, Augie and Les Cafard. I can't even speak French. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to die.
Aren't you Canadian? Shouldn't you know
Yes,
French?
I'm French Canadian. Yes.
Yeah.
Acid just switched out for Heave over on Augie and Les Cafards. You have yourself in fifth place as well. A team change. You have Final Goodbye coming in for his fifth stint. This is the fifth time that he's come in to play. He's been switching in and out a lot. Stinky Squad Volnera has taken his third stint. He's been at it for about half an hour now, but we didn't really talk about it, so let's do that
Whoops.
now. Lingo is playing for Average Tech Enjoyers. He's been the player who's played the fourth most so far, but he had an early stint really early on in the first hour. But afterwards has taken about a 7-hour break. He's back now. He's on his 6th lap. You have other players as well. Let's see who's in 8th. That is Zwatarakt, currently being driven by Jan. He's on his 7th lap, actually 8th lap now, and he has been doing pretty good for himself. Good job, Jan. This is his first stint of the day or his second stint? It looks like his second stint of the day, but he only passed 2 laps on his first stint really early on during the race. Who else has switched in and out? Oh, VH Racing. Hollow is back in. Seems like Vinch played for 4 hours, and Hollow is now back in to replace his comrade. Don't forget that Vinch and Hollow are the only 2 drivers for VH Racing.
Also getting closer to Svartekraft now again,
Oh,
with
that's
like a
true.
1 second lead. They have still, and Hollow is certainly catching up.
Yeah, and Hollow is slightly a bit faster on average than Vinch was, and Vinch, I mean, made a bit more mistakes as well. So overall, I think this could be really good for the VH Racing crew. Currently in 9th, they were in 5th when Hollow finished his stint. So maybe he could bring them back up there. He's only behind 5th place by 14 checkpoints, and at his speed, I think he could actually catch back up, though Final Goodbye is pretty quick in his own right. And that team, the Wombats, have only been getting faster and faster as the night gets deeper. Les Gardes de la Nuit in 12th place. They've also switched back. 7 is back in from Neodyme. This is his first lap back. Currently on 440 pace. Good job for them. Who is the player who's played the most so far? It is still Ixawai with 5 hours and 48 minutes, nearing 6 hours, over 3,700 checkpoints for him. He is 850 checkpoints ahead of the second most checkpointed player, which is Hollow, with 2,846 checkpoints.
Wow.
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 Cat, do you want to meow? No, she wants to get under my jacket. That's what she wants to do.
Ooh.
She's gotten into my jacket and is now... So, my jacket is normally on my chair, and I took it off, and I put it on my bed, and now she's using it as, like, a little hut to hide in.
Fair enough. Just cat things.
Just cat things. Cats... I should take a picture to send to you, because this one's actually cute, though.
Yes, please do that.
This is an actual...
And while you take the picture, I am going through the names and seeing if we have some more switches, and I believe we do, at least for the last time I checked. Actually, in Ohana, I believe Valen has just switched in. It was someone else a second ago.
Alright.
Valen immediately respawning as I spectate her. I am very sorry. In pure Castus Curse style, of course she makes a mistake. And actually entering the full speed section. Let's see how she performs here. Fast and crashes.
Well, let's see how they do. As Massa just finishes his latest lap, and his last lap is a 440, so not bad, but Lars
Did she
behind.
DNF? I think Valen might have DNF'd in the full speed part. At least I got. Yeah.
Oh, it's
they
possible
are
that they
out again.
switched out. There you go.
They switched out in the full speed section.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah. Apparently the respawn was really hard. Where Valen failed. I also often have that that struggle when you have a flying respawn. I really like that they added them to the game in Trackmania 2020. However, sometimes, especially if you're super fast, it's really hard to get back into the groove of where you have to immediately start driving. And often, then at high speeds, if you have to immediately steer a certain amount, it can be really hard to get back into that line.
So, Susie, if you could direct your attention to the caster channel in in Discord.
I am sorry. Oh my god, you can see. Let me describe it to the chat. You see, possibly a bed with a very fluffy looking blanket, light gray, very light gray, fluffy blanket to the left, and we have a brown jacket. And in the jacket, you can see like a triangle-shaped hole with where there's fur and one eye. It's like the Illuminati. And it's
I think that's her
amazing.
tail. I think that's her tail that's in front of her face too, which is even
you
better.
can already tell. It's just, you see the fur, you see the eye, you see that it's triangle shaped, and you see that the eye is staring into my soul.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing in my swamp? It's pretty much the eyes that she gives you.
And Max Sigmund, I did indeed hand out keychains at Trackmania.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know.
So, Susie guy,
Cute.
who are you voting for? Yes, you are Susie guy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite player playing for OK?
Mm-hmm. My favorite player playing for OK is
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite. Of course, Marius is always the safe answer, but unintentional double meaning actually, because I know him the longest. Of course, he's the person that got me into Trackmania. I know the game through him ever since I was a baby, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah,
Huh. I
he
actually
would.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he would often come over to our place and play Trackmania with my older brother.
Oh,
That's
that's
how I
awesome.
know him. So, and that's also how I know that game. It was
Ah.
who's casting right now with Lucy Vamos. It's the Mr. Quantum Death Cat QTC
Brown.
guy from Canada who has a lot of cats.
QDC guy who now has an emote on the channel
Yeah.
too, which is the funny face.
Has my emote been added that I sent in?
I think SRK went to bed when you sent it.
That
I
is
believe.
very unlucky. I never heard QDC. Vamos, you better start
Barbus.
remembering the name now. Um,
Barbus is lying. Big lie, Barbus. Bad lie.
he's a really
Vinke
good guy.
Bastiro, welcome.
Bastiro, welcome into the wonderful cast we're having as we're
Yes,
entering
yes.
the night hours.
Bastiro, I do believe, plays for the Syrup
Ah.
team. Give me a sec. Down in the 40 range, 49th place currently. And oh no, he's not playing for the Syrup Eaters. However, currently playing is a J Dogstern, and I mean there's a few names in there that you'd recognize, and for me, I definitely do recognize a lot of these players because obviously I'm a part of Trackmania Canada, which is the server for Canadians, and this is really fun because a lot of these players just came together and said, "Hey, let's play together just for fun."
We're gonna
And
do this.
we're gonna do this together.
Aw, that's so sweet, actually.
Wait, you've never heard my voice?
I mean, you've been like in the KO voice chat quite a few times. I know that we've talked to each other there before, like briefly. Maybe you've.
I just read what your boyfriend said.
Fabian, I do purposefully pronounce it QTC.
Yeah. Makes me
To
blush
be
every
fair.
time.
Oh, how sweet.
Stop it. My face is red.
Are you a tomato?
I'm a tomato.
You're a
I'm not.
tomato.
I'm tomato cat.
Tomato cat. Yeah, time to rebrand.
Time to rebrand to tomato cat. Quantum tomato cat.
No, scrap the quantum.
Scrap the just tomato cat.
Yeah, just tomato cat. You see, the aforementioned keychain with the logo and my name on it, I designed it to be kind of a stylized octopus cat. But
Okay,
when I was
yeah,
designing when I was designing it, I ran into the trouble of recognizing a banana in the design. That it looked like a
yeah.
half peeled banana because I have like basically four legs in the middle, and then there's like four tentacles spreading from it, and it very much looks like a banana peel. So I colored it in like yellow,
Oh, that's awesome.
so it even looks even more like a banana. So now it unofficially is called the banana cat. So I already have a banana cat, so you might as well become the tomato cat. I could make you a logo for that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I've had a few people actually in the past come in and make a logo for me, and they one looks really cool. I think I'll put it in the Discord because it actually looks really cool. But
I mean,
it,
I like your
it's
current logo, like
it's a very
your profile
cartoony
picture.
logo. It's more
Mm.
like a fun, like kid friendly logo that I currently have. Uh, here it was. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. Someone made this for me. It's so cute.
Oh my god, that's adorable. I love it so. Why aren't you using that one?
Because I paid for the one I currently have by a professional company, but this one,
So
it's so cool. I use it for other things though.
here, this is the banana cat. It was
The
only this.
banana cat.
It was only a sketch that I did that I colored in, so that's why it looks a bit rough.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's so cute.
Do you see the banana?
Of course I see the banana. Come on now.
Good.
With the eyes on top of that. Oh,
Yeah, but now I can like not unsee it.
you can't unsee the banana with eyes.
Exactly. This is what the keychains look like, by the way.
Oh, I want one. I
I
want one. I should have come to Arcadia. I should have flown all the
you
way to
should have.
Germany.
What's the standings? The standings are actually
Pretty
more
good,
or less
yeah.
not that interesting. We have quite a few. I mean that's why we're not really focusing too much on the race right now, I guess, and more rambling. But yeah, especially like we have a few fights going on
Well,
where
like,
people are close to each other, mainly in ninth and eighth position with
yeah.
VH Racing and Zwarte Kracht right now, and then also the average tech enjoyers in front of those two are also still a bit close-ish.
You could switch over to Hollow or Yan if you wanted to, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
there's a big fight between those two. 8th and ninth, either one works. So Jan currently for I can't say this name. Can you say it for me, Susie, please?
which is
Uh,
Zwarte Kracht?
Z- Zwatarakt.
Zwarte Kracht? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Zwatarakt.
I pronounce it
Zwatarakt.
Zwarte Kracht. Zwarte Kracht, exactly.
I can't
But
speak German, man.
it's not
I'm-
German.
Is it not German?
No, I think it's Dutch or something. I believe
'Cause-
it's Dutch.
Could be.
In
Yuso Beta Toast Astronaut Jan.
Yeah. I mean, Yantiem is from my city, but astronaut, for example, is Dutch. I know that because I spent some time. You could say a nice coffee date in the morning with his girlfriend at
Ah.
Trackmania.
Very nice, very nice.
So
It is Dutch. Okay.
that's how I know a astronaut and know that he's Dutch.
So I mean,
But yeah,
there's other teams with like really weird names as well, right? Of
we
course.
have confirmed it is indeed Dutch. All right. Yeah,
Mm.
we don't really have the double A in German too much. I mean, we have it for hair, Haare, for example, but I cannot really think of anything else right now. Probably a few more examples.
There's a few of them. Like in 25th place, we have Schwerkraft.
Schwerkraft is indeed German.
Schwerkraft.
It means gravity.
It means gravity. Okay, so that's probably is the gravity team that plays tech tournaments from time to time.
Actually,
There was
that
one.
might be. I have no idea.
This is my favorite. Last year, not last year, but last 24-hour race, there was a team called Schwiener Aim. I don't know if you remember them.
Schweineaim, yeah,
Yeah.
they also play this edition.
Yeah, but it's not Schwiener anymore. Because before it was really like Schwiener, like a wiener, right? Like a sausage.
Yeah.
So
So was
Schwiener
I,
Aim.
yeah, not EI.
Yeah, exactly. So they switched it up this time, but I think it is the same team of just a bunch of Germans having fun playing together. And currently, Barbos is driving for them and having some really good times in the 40s, 39s. He did a 36 quite earlier as well. Very consistent and very little mistakes out of him. His highest time is a 451. And other than that, he's not done too many 40s. His teammates are having fun as well, which is the most important part.
To be honest, the whole Schweine-Aim side of the German Trackmania community, I haven't really had too much to do with previously before Trackadia. But I believe that Barbos is also driving in TMGL Challenger for Team Schweine-Aim, so of course you would expect a good performance here from him and also a good time. He was also, of course, a contender in the Trackadia event, where he unfortunately didn't make it to the finals. What's
There are
local
some
record?
funny names over here. Chair Gang Anti-Sweat Brigade, currently in 57th place. That is a name.
Hold.
There are some people with who come up with names and they're just like massive big brain geniuses, right?
There, it's
That's one
wonderful.
of them. It's
Wonderful
wonderful.
piece of art. What is the
It,
current local record? Is it
local.
by Elcon?
It is still by Elcon. Elcon, his fastest time was a 4:33.383, which is by far the fastest time. I think the only person who's done anything closer is Mime with a 4:35.1. I think Mime has the second fastest time. I'm pretty sure.
And as you
But I
can
could take a
see,
look
both
around.
from the same team in the mud who are currently in first position, and that is also the reason why they have such a huge
Yeah,
lead to second place, just because they're consistently extremely fast at the pace that none of the other teams have been really able to match thus far.
very, very true. Actually, Binks, who actually just got in for third place, he has the second fastest time. I lied. Binks has a 4:34.2.
How
As
could you lie?
I can't believe I lied. Ugh, whatever shall I do? Uh,
You have to go
he
to
is back
church
though.
and pray
Ugh,
and
no,
ask for like forgiveness of your sins.
no, I will go to
For
hell
you,
happily.
for you have sinned.
I have sinned, and thus I will go to hell happily.
Oh,
Um,
we can actually see that Hollow uh, is being considered AFK, so I guess he might have disconnected from the server. So this means
uh-oh.
that possibly his CPs that he's driving right now will not count, which will of course be horrible. I hope he notices. Yes, this soon
Has
enough.
he switched out?
Oh, I wait. I think it's from the casting only.
Yes, it's Nick
Oh
who
yeah,
got kicked out. Oops. All
no,
good,
it's
all good,
fine.
all
I
good.
think like we had this conversation in the casters chat whether or not the AFK thing after 5 minutes should be disabled for us, and for us it is, I believe, but maybe they haven't really done it for you and they added you to spectators.
It's
So just
possible.
something to keep in mind. If this is showing up, you just want to do something, maybe switch around to another player for just a second, so the server knows that you're not inactive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hoot.
and we
Well,
are back.
Hollow is fighting very hard with Joataract who are behind. Honestly, I really like this fight though, right? Because Hollow is really really fast. You can see his last lap is a 4:38, very very fast lap, and he's consistently fast, right? His average is a 4:43.9, and he's got another good lap upcoming here. It's gonna be a 4:39. It looks like to me could possibly be yeah, it is a 4:39 as his last lap there. So, very, very nicely done. And it's taken quite the lead off of
But I'm sorry,
Zwatarakt.
Bubbles. Yeah, I do feel like Hollow, for example, is definitely one of the stars of the show of this race
Is
in
Nick.
this edition.
Yeah.
Just the skill and the dedication and the pacing. It's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. There's not too many people who would be crazy enough as well to have a two player teams, right? But
Yeah, I believe we have three teams that have two players.
and one of them is in the top 10,
It
right?
is like almost unbelievable.
Like eighth
How is
place.
Hollow like how is Hollow able to keep at this pace driving for so long?
Well, I mean, he took a 4 hour break, right? Like he
Yeah, I
drove the
mean,
first
fair
4 hours.
enough, but now he's back at it. You do have to say, though, as a two-man team, you of course can take breaks, but you're still, on average, gonna have to drive for half of the time. That is 12 hours of driving.
Right, exactly. And I talked about this with New Lake, where it was just how can you stay in the right mindset, right? Especially
Mm.
because like when you're in a big team, you're often in a call with those people, right? Maybe one or two people are sleeping, but you're in a call with your teammates and you're having fun, right? You're talking, and maybe some people are streaming as well, right? Big shout out to everyone that is streaming. I still think Scrappy is streaming his POV for his team. Same thing with Spammy, who is streaming Masa currently playing. Masa is streaming his POV. Lars is streaming his POV. Barbos is streaming. Serimi is streaming. Um,
So
plenty
many
of
streams.
so many streams, and those are only the people that have over 30 viewers, right? There are plenty of people down streaming uh, lower down, right? You have Valen, you have Jerems, you have Monkey, you have Have, you have let's go down, Grubby, you have Nevermind, you have Elite Ronix. You have plenty of people to choose from, plenty of different languages you can listen to, and I think that's the best part of it all, right? Is that so many different nationalities, so many different everything, right? That you could pick and choose because there's just so many people streaming, and there's so much to enjoy, right? If you wanted to watch a specific team, you could see how they're doing, right? A global cast more so looks towards the top teams, right? But those casts from not the cast, sorry, but the POV streams shows it from only the POV of one player, right? And
If you're
obviously,
all that team, and for your opponent can possibly often also listen to the whole voice chat if you're watching one of those streams. So make sure to also check out the different teams to maybe get some insider knowledge and specific insights on how they're doing and how they're feeling and how they're holding up, which of course is information that we don't really have unless you guys tell us.
right, exactly.
We
So
can only speculate.
we can only speculate, and obviously when it comes to Hollow, right? Hollow and Vinch, who are just two players, right? As we see Vinch, Hollow, sorry, lag out a bit. Uh, it gets tough, right? Because your teammate's probably sleeping, right? So how do you get through this? How do you? What kind of music are you listening to? What are you doing, right, to keep yourself entertained, not get bored, not fall asleep, right? What keeps your energy going when you have a 4 hour stint to do and you don't have a teammate in your ear and you're not streaming, right? And I think that's the hardest thing is the mentality. That's how a lot of these players, I think, aren't getting up until like later on to the race. Like, oh wow, like it's getting really rough for me to race right now, right? Every checkpoint gets harder and harder, and that's what's nice about an endurance race, right? Because that's how it is in real life as well.
Alright, Frank writing in chat right now. Server is dying here. A lot of people are complaining about terrible lags.
I can see that in chat.
Players.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That is of course unfortunate. Let's hope that the situation will get better. Or I believe Bell is at least still online and hopefully maybe awake. Of
So
course, if not, he will be notified and dubbed if things go downhill from here.
I do see that there was around 100 people on the server, and there's only 60 people driving. So I wonder why there's 100 people on the server at this current point in time. I think it's because there's too many people just in spectator
Yeah, I mean it
who
is
aren't
allowed
playing.
for each team to have one other teammate in spec to, for example, cast the POV of the driver.
Right. But if
So
you're
if
not streaming, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
the
mean
likes
you
are
might
bad.
still wanna follow your teammate and see how they're doing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, in theory, that would mean just with the players, like from the teams alone, that would fill up to 120 people, and then of course us casters are also here.
Right. I think hopefully the mods are on it. I don't see anyone.
Yeah, I can already see in chat that here in the Recycle Road about is checking. So they're definitely working on it in the background. So I just hope that everyone stays calm,
Yeah, yeah.
remains in good spirits while we're maybe dealing with some teleports here and there. But since this seems to be affecting quite a few people, I hopefully it won't be like the biggest disadvantage for some teams, and we'll just hope that everything will get fixed soon.
I think the biggest thing is the spectators because before there was only like 80 people, right? Which makes
Mm.
sense. But I think it's more just there's so many people. I mean, look at the people typing in chat, right? That's a lot of people that are just not driving right now typing in chat. And so that's good night, Varbus. At the same time, I think it gets really hard on the server because there's already 60 people driving, right? Add 40 people spectating on top of that. And I mean, we know TM is very, very rough when it comes to having too many people on the server. And so stuff like that is uh, just, it just doesn't help. And I think we're going to see a few people being asked to leave the server if they can, just because that's going to help tremendously. Just 10 people leaving the server, I think,
Yeah,
would be
that was
tremendous.
also my thought just now, that we might get in a situation where the decision that will be made is, okay, you cannot spectate your team right now. You can only join if you intend to switch players. And yeah, if you want to cast like stream a POV that is not yours but one of a teammate, then maybe they have to share their screen with you over Discord or find another workaround.
Maybe. When it comes to that though, like there's 60 teams, right? 60 teams. Most teams have 4 or 5 drivers, right? And one that's normally always on standby. And so normally when you're on standby, you shouldn't be in the server necessarily because that's what's going to cause lags. And I can actually just like visually see the lags at this point.
I
So
mean, I'm still
I'm sure you
mostly
could.
watching on my own screen in with my own laptop, of course. So it is always like, for me, I cannot really see the biggest difference right now. What I can say, however, is ever since I stopped the stream and closed OBS again, it is at least watchable for me. It is
Yeah,
what I am used to again,
right.
and not as much of a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, because that was a. Could you imagine playing in that FPS? Like you wouldn't be able to, right? Like that's near impossible.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I don't play Trackmania 2020. This is why I could never play full speed right now in Trackmania 2020. And the only thing that I actively do in Trackmania 2020 is play Ama, Terrasus, and Lacas Turbos KO on Wednesday nights because that's just fun.
Right. When I can't even play Trackmania 2020 at this point, right? Like
Yeah.
I also get PowerPoint presentations as I try to play as Jan is trying to catch up to Fegley, who plays for the very sus team name of BBC. We both know what that means, right?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
No, no. Okay, okay, good, good, good.
I know there was a conversation about that earlier and I wasn't listening back then. And then they were like, the casters, they were saying, oh, Zuzi, this is something for you. And I was like, huh, what? And I did not understand the context at all. Please explain. What?
No, not on stream.
Okay. Then just text me off stream at some point, please.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just send you a text real quick.
Thank
It's
you.
all. It's very good.
Good. Of course, when
Good.
I hear BBC, I think of the uh, br-
News network, I
yeah,
think.
British broadcast, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what it's actually called, but that would make sense. So I was thinking of that, but
yeah. But
apparently we're talking about something very different. Hold on.
we're talking about something very sus.
I mean, then it is of course right up my alley. Ah, I see that. I do
Yeah,
know that.
yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
British Broadcasting Company, I see. Thank you
Mm,
very much
yeah.
for providing that information.
I mean, honestly, the British Broadcasting Company is very sus. Honestly, uh,
Cooperation, actually. Alright.
corporation, man.
They have made some good documentaries, though.
But yeah, the team that's currently playing is an American team, currently in 36th place, called Big Bazinga's Crew. And they have a few names that you might recognize, such as Ski Freak and Fegley, but as well as Snowman, Pindapixel, Yolatup, and Nixotica.
Yeah, some of those names actually do ring a bell for me. It's
Especially,
definitely names that you hear in the community quite a bit, and of course, are all very good players.
Mm-hmm. I mean, especially Fegley, right? He got to TMGLC. Same with Nixotica, right? Both of them got to TMGLC. You have Ski Freak that is, well, absolutely beloved for his map making skills, but he's also really skilled when it comes to playing the game in general. And you love to see it, honestly. That a team like this is just playing just for fun, right? That's the whole point.
I think I'm gonna spec Crazy Kit Kat right now because I like the name.
Ah, yes, the crazy cats, the crazy Kit Kats. That is
It reminds me of the Marble Olympics, where there's a key team called Crazy Cat
yes,
Eyes.
crazy cat
Yes,
eyes. I mean, I was more of an Rangers fan myself, but
fair enough.
I mean that was more me. I think my sister was more of a Mellow Yellow fan as well.
Mm, I personally also like Team Momo a lot.
I mean, Momo was a crowd favorite,
Yeah,
wasn't
I
it?
mean, for a long time, often in editions, a bit of an underdog, a bit flying under the radar. But I think in the last Map Olympics, they were actually performing really well, and
I
I was
mean,
so happy for them.
this marble like Team Momo became very popular because like a couple of years ago, right? One of their teammates got really injured, right?
Yeah,
Like they lost a piece of the marble, and they got fixed up and they came back and they won um, a few events and people really like rooted for them as the underdog because of it.
which is completely fair. So yeah, I'm always rooting for Team Momo and of course the Crazy Cat Eyes.
I don't know. Like I love the Rangers. Just the oh that you always hear
Oh.
in the background is great. It's fun to know that someone else watches the niche stuff I watch as well. I'm not the only one who likes watching marbles fight like in the Olympics as if they were athletes.
Yeah, for me it was definitely one of those pandemic quarantine things that I discovered probably in 2020 or something,
Really?
and
Okay.
just I watched a lot of the editions.
Well, I think this goes back for me to like 2017, 2018. Like during the first Marble Olympics was when I started watching it. And I don't know, I just absolutely loved it. They had a Formula E sponsorship at one point, which was massive, right? And I think
Yeah, they were also like cooperating with like this one late night show at some
as
point,
well.
and now they
Yeah,
even have their own video game.
that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. So yeah,
Me
all that
too.
to say, um,
We have actually fixed apparently the server problems.
yeah,
Can we all
I haven't seen
applaud,
lags.
please?
Burr,
Thank you very
thank you so
much.
much, Burr. T'es bien, t'es beau, t'es beurré. Let's go. All right. All that to say, where is this cat team? They are
They're
actually
in position 43,
43.
right behind Bavaria 2 Silver.
Oh, Crazy Kit Kat is the driver. Ooh.
Exactly, exactly. I believe Crazy Kit Kat is also the team captain, if I remember correctly. I did
Yes.
see that name before, and I was intrigued. I have not heard of them like until now, but I approve of the name.
I do very much so like uh Crazy Kit Kat the name that is I mean when you have a Crazy Kit Kat you don't necessarily have a break, do you?
You certainly do not. You also have a cat named Kit Kat, right?
Yes, I do. Yes,
So is that is she also crazy?
she's pretty crazy, I would say, but
Um,
not as crazy as some of the others.
I do believe that maybe we might have a problem of your kitty Kit Kat snatching your PC and actually driving the race and participating here right now.
Oh my goodness, how could she have done this? I can't believe it. How could she do
Maybe
this?
she is crazier than you thought.
Maybe. I mean, during the night she does run around a lot to play, so she is pretty
Mhm.
crazy. But normally it's during the night, not during the day. I mean, To be fair, it is. Oh, it is midnight for you now, is it not? Almost midnight.
Yeah, it is in almost midnight indeed, which means that we only have 1 more hour together.
Ugh,
Isn't that
one
sad?
more hour.
Time really does fly.
It really does. Like I did not noticed how fast this has passed,
Me
and
neither at all.
all we've been doing is just talking, right? We've not really talked too
We've
much
been
about the
rambling.
match, but I think that's what you have to do during 24-hour races, right? Because obviously you can't be intense on the race for the entire time.
No, like what am I gonna say? Oh, Crazy Kit Kat is entering the full speed section, and wow, they're making that left wall right, and not just dying. We do see, of course, the same parts all over and over again. I did say earlier that I haven't gotten tired of the map, and that still stands to this point. I have not gotten tired of seeing this map yet, but of course, it is a bit repetitive, and if there's only one or two fights to really focus on, and even then, of course, things happen more slowly in an endurance race. It took some time for all these leads to happen, and so the teams that have fallen behind a bit will also need quite a bit of time to catch that up. So
Yeah,
things in general are not as fast paced; they're more chill, and yeah, of course, we can talk about the Team Zwaartekracht and VH Racing again. However, VH Racing, for example, currently has
slightly
a
ahead.
tiny bit of a lead again. They're not as neck and neck together anymore as they were. They were so. Yeah, what can we really talk about here?
They're catching up to Lingo right now, aren't they? Who is currently playing for Average Tech Enjoyers.
No, he's not actually playing anymore.
Wait, did he
It's
just switch out just now?
yeah,
They
I
switched out
guess.
for Imot.
Yeah, I know it's not playing. I also just not saw it. I tried to spectate him and apparently it didn't click fast enough. Now I have to scroll up all the way again. But yeah, I'm just playing now for them. Let's see if that maybe changes something and it gives Hollow a possibility to catch up.
Maybe, very possibly. Nick, if you wanted to switch over to Binks, he actually started playing as well. He's currently in third place, uh,
Sure.
finding himself with 434s as his fastest times so far, and he's done 434 times during his latest stint. He is very fast. So if you wanted to go over to third place, Binks, yes sir. Let's see what he's been up to, because look at those times. Look at that average. He
So
is fast.
let's see. Actually, I feel like the average might improve now over the next few rounds. The Bink seems to be on a pretty consistent fast pace as this last um round has been
Yeah, he's done three
34.8.
434s. He's done three 434s in a row.
Yeah, exactly. And he continues to be on a good pace in this round, taking all the transitions nicely, not crashing.
He's actually on
And
433 pace.
yeah, let's see. Maybe he will drive a new PB for himself.
Maybe he'll
Oh,
get
he
a new
almost did
PB
that pull there.
indeed.
It looked scary for just a second. But Binks, of course, staying really cool and calm and professional. That wasn't a kind of hiccup line. I just saw some lags. I don't know if it was just on my end or if Binks was also experiencing them. That, of
I'm
course,
back.
would
Sorry
be
about that.
it's fine. I'm just talking about Binks. To me, it looked like he had like a small lag at one point,
Yeah, it
but
might
that
be
could
the
have just been
server.
on my end as well. Even so, he has saved it quite well and has not died. But he is a bit behind. He is not on PB pace anymore. Still on a very good time, of course.
Yeah, so I think the lags. Remember last year, when not last year, last race, last 24-hour race, when people would connect at the start of the hour, right? It
Yes.
would lag, and it's the same thing that's happening now that the server's been up for 9 hours. Now that we've passed the 9 hour mark, a lot of people switched in and out at exactly the same time,
Hmm.
and well, you
Hopefully,
could
it will get better again in a few minutes.
yeah, in a few minutes when the people do leave the server, as we can see Binks once again just on a on a heater of a time. He's again on 434 pace, and even though he's behind his PB and still has the backwards part to do. What do you think of this backwards part actually? Do you think it's a very nice addition to an event like this?
I do think so. I mean, I sometimes talk to Shorty, and he is known to like to build backwards maps. So I've seen my fair share of backwards mapping, I'd say, and I do think that this part is very interesting and nice. Although I have heard apparently not the best to play in Canberra too, which is of
Yeah.
course always unfortunate. You want to include all the camps so that they can easily drive it. But yeah,
Would
I
you?
think it's great. You really want to hit these backwards speed slides, of course, and then also manage to do the turnaround. It is definitely more one of the key elements of the track, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really nice and important that you have these distinguished parts as well as the full speed part, of, for example, that really stand out. And yeah, it's also nice just with the backwards. You don't see that too often still, so it's nice to force players to maybe drive something that they're not too familiar with, but will hopefully become familiar with time with over the course of 24 hours.
I do like that there's a mix of everything, right? From tech to dirt to a bit of grass, but it's mostly tech, and of course there's some backwards. The only thing we don't see is ice, and I'm sad. There's only one little piece of ice, and that's to switch between the backwards and forwards again, right? That's the transition,
Mm.
and so it's sad to see that
It's
there's
sad to see, but there's a very practical reason for why there is nice actually. While we were
true.
talking to um to Bo and Claire earlier, they informed us, we were also talking about the map a bit, that they didn't include ice in this time due to the physics changes.
Yeah.
They wanted to have the map done in September, and of course then it would be too risky to include an ice part when the physics completely changed, and you don't want to have to change the map. That's of course an issue, so now they opted to just have this one ice block basically to turn around after the backwards part, but not
Which I
include
think is
any
good.
more ice.
Right. And I remember last year, I keep saying last year, but last race, they a lot of people were complaining about the ice anyway. So imagine with the physics change, what would happen?
I think I think it was a good call and definitely understandable why they didn't let ice this time around. But who knows? Maybe that means we will just get a bigger ice part in the next map of the next edition. I
Very
do.
nice.
I have seen quite a few people that are very happy though that there isn't any ice here.
True. I mean, I'm an ice enjoyer, right? I'm one of those weird people who does like ice.
Oh, hold
Oh,
me on.
yes,
Hold on.
water.
Let me do this closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it must be hard to stay hydrated when you're just driving like this for, let's say you're driving for an hour, right? You start to get thirsty. What do, right? Like, there
You
is
just
a straight, but you still need to keep your eye on it. You still need to keep at least like one finger on the accelerate button, and that's if you get
mm,
yourself perfectly straight.
you definitely do want to have someone who can bring you a glass of water.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Or you could get one of those hiking backpacks with like a built-in water tank and like these long straws.
oh my god, yeah. But that must cost more than the PC you're running the game on.
Hmm, not necessarily. There are cheaper ones, but yeah, of course, a proper hiking backpack is not the cheapest backpack you can get. You could probably build something like this yourself. You could just have like a bigger plastic box, just fill it up with water, and have like a flexible tube that you can
Yeah,
use as a straw. There are definitely cheap workarounds for that to have a similar concept.
that's cool. I wouldn't have thought of that actually, but makes sense now that you talk about it, right? That should exist. I've just never heard of it before.
I mean, I've like with the box and the tube, I just made that up. But you could
No,
do
but it
that.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
could do that. You could DIY it, I'm sure, right? Just
Yeah, and
people
you
are
just have
creative.
then you just have another like plastic box next to it for the pee, and you're good to go. You just have to not mix up the boxes.
See, that's the hard part now.
Is it?
I mean, as long as you don't mess that up, I think everyone's gonna be happy. As long as you don't mess that up.
Or just get one of these like toilet chairs.
Ooh, that's right. That's right. Those do exist.
Might be
Those
practical for something like this.
they're pretty practical to be honest. When hiking, the thing that's most practical to me is just anything to wipe yourself with, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't want to end up having to use a leaf or like
I think I've used the leaf once and it was not good.
it's not fun. Uh,
No.
from experience, it is not very fun to use a leaf.
I
So yeah,
once okay, I'm not gonna tell the story. Never mind. It's for another time, not for the stream.
not for this stream. Maybe on your stream though.
Yeah,
People should get
this is definitely content from my stream,
yeah yeah.
but not for this cast.
Guys, go follow the Susie guy. Go follow the Susie guy. That way
I
you
mean,
can get
I
the
may be
stream.
rude, but I'm trying to hold back a bit, trying to stay a tiny bit professional on the stream as I don't want to get banned, and I do want to be invited back for the next edition, of course.
Obviously, I think everyone enjoys the thought of this, right? Of a 24-hour race, but it's just so hard to keep it up, right? And to keep it professional as well. And with how many people you got to rotate in and out and in and out, it's incredible just how we can get this done, right? And you think to events that are currently happening, like in Counter Strike, where there's a massive tournament going on. They have 5 streams going at the same time with everyone with like 2 sets of different casters, and every time there's a new game, they switch the casters out, right? It must get so tiring, and they must have such a big team, right? And that's pretty much what we have to do here too for this race. We don't have 5 streams, obviously, but we need to switch in our streamers every so often because, well, it gets really tiring, and obviously, if this was a perfect world, right, we'd all have like 2 hour stints, like they do when it comes to racing, right? And we'd just come in 2 hours and then take a break for 4 hours and come in for 2 hours, right? And we'd all do like 6 hours
Mm.
for the stream. That's it. Instead of all doing it in one shot like we're both doing at this time.
Well, I mean, I'm having a 5-hour shift right now. In
Yeah.
total, at least according to our schedule, I'm casting for 9 hours.
And I'm casting this. I don't know if I'm gonna do the last hour with you.
Yes,
I
please do.
I
I don't want to
could.
be alone for the finale.
I don't think I can. The thing is, right, is that I still can't stream.
Yeah, well,
So
me neither.
I think that's the biggest problem.
Well, it's a few hours away. I mean, maybe we can find another caster to join as well. There
True.
is no harm in being 3.
True, because poor Nick here, right? Like as much as I'd like to ask for help again, right? That's gonna be at 2 in the afternoon. So that's gonna be rough for me. That's gonna be 8 in the morning, right?
Yeah,
So
what a nice time to wake up.
honestly, I wake up a bit earlier, but that's if I go to bed
Bing's actually failing the jump a tiny bit.
a tiny bit. You know, he saved it. It's
He did
fine.
save it, but it did slow him down quite a bit.
It slowed him down by like 2 seconds, I would say. Yeah, yeah, 1.9.
Yeah.
There you go.
He can
He
all make it
survived
up
it
in the
well.
backwards section coming up now.
Yeah, yeah. His backwards in his PB is so fast though. It's incredibly fast. So yeah, go follow the Susie guy.
Also follow everyone else. All the casters are
Yeah.
that I know and I've talked to are amazing. Um, I've actually never like seen or talked to Swakis or Machtfish and like at all. Never seen them in
Oh,
action before, but I'm sure they're also great.
they're very nice. They're friends of Nua Lake,
Uh, who
who
I
we met
also
just
previously did not know.
right. They what is it? We all do. We're all a part of like a Discord group that all does
Hmm, I
Trackmania
see.
streams together, casts and stuff, right?
That's
So like
fun.
casters who mostly all came from Rocket League, pretty much, and we're just like,
Hmm.
yeah, no, we're leaving Rocket League and going into Trackmania instead. There's a few others as well, but they couldn't attend today, which or
That's
tomorrow, I
fine.
should say. It's fine, you know. We
It's
we have more
fine.
casters than we did last time, right? Which already is a big plus in my book.
Yeah,
Just the fact that we aren't four.
I mean, it is. I feel like organizing this cast this time around has, at least for me, been a bit better than last time, as in there was no no organization when I joined
What
last time.
organization last time? It was.
Exactly.
You know what's the worst part is that this was all my idea, right? To do a stupid cast for a 24-hour event. I was
Although
like, yeah, it
I
was
did not know
literally.
that. You were like, hey, let's cast for 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, okay, well, let's get a team together. and we managed to get SRK to give us the okay to stream on TrackmaniaEsports the first time, and we got Turbo. We had 8 people ready, and 2 of them bailed on us and ghosted us and streamed during the event and didn't cast when they
Wait,
were supposed to. Yeah,
wait. What the fuck? I did
yeah,
not know that.
yeah. Two of them did this, and
You have to tell me like privately who did that.
oh, I
Or
would
do you
say it
want to
on
just
stream
shame them?
because I mean I don't despise them necessarily, but it's like I'll never work with them again, right?
Hmm.
And I mean like I don't have too much respect for that because they caused us, right, to go from okay we have a respectable thing to forcing Nouch to well not forcing but Nouch thus chose to do all 24 hours by himself because of it, right?
Yeah, I
Because
mean the problem,
otherwise
the
it,
the,
it,
the
they were
sorry,
supposed to take it. They were supposed to take the stream because they were streamers, right?
yeah.
And they ghosted us and then started just streaming normally. It really sucked.
I mean the problem with this is of course always it's kind of like group projects in school. If like people are just not doing part of their work, of course no one forces you to do their work necessarily, but it kind of has to be done and someone has to step up and just do it then. And
Right.
even if it's unfair and sucks for the person, of course our favorite Mr. Knucci guy, um in that situation just stepped up and was like, yeah, I guess I'll just cast for 24 hours straight, lol.
Right.
Which
And
of
by
course
the end of
was
it, he was dead.
fun.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair
but
enough. The guy did everything he could.
yeah, mad respect for him for literally keeping that cast alive the last time around. And yeah, I'm glad that he's not here for 24 hours this time. Of course, it's nice to have him in the voice chat and for you guys to hear him. But we need to give this man a break.
We everyone needs a break, I think, right? And I think 5 hours of casting, it gets really hard. I still have 43 minutes left on my shift before I go and eat. Okay, like it's gonna be set. It's gonna be what 19 o'clock when I finish, right? And it's gonna be like yes, food finally, you
Hey,
know.
I also finished at 19
Wait, you
o'clock.
finish at 19?
Yeah, I
Oh, you
finished that earlier for me
okay?
in
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
time zone.
yeah,
I
yeah,
did
yeah,
an
yeah.
hour from 6 to 7 p.m. because
Ah,
I
okay,
wanted to
okay.
cast with Nooch, and there was like the one time slot where I also had time that I saw that he was casting. I was like, I have to pick that in, even if it's just 1 hour.
Ooh, Binks! Ooh, Binks!
Mm,
Binks, Binks, Binks. Let's look at how slow he is, though. You could
yes.
see him not respawning. Look at the difference this makes. He has no speed at all, and he's just lost 10 seconds just off of that, and he's going to lose even more because he's not up to speed up until here, which means he's lost about 13 seconds in total just from that one crash. Big crash there, actually, by Binks, and that's lost him 2 checkpoints to the okay team that
Okay.
is ahead. Was that okay? Was that good?
It was better. You keep practicing and you'll get there.
Well, speaking of that team, they just reached 6,000 checkpoints. I mean, so did Binks just recently, though, as Scrappy is now back in the driver's seat after a long hiatus. He's finally back driving once again, and he's got some decent times under his belt, 437s to his name, and trying to catch up to Masa, who is still driving here for in the mud. His time's getting lower and lower. He's now in the 437s as his best time, though he's had a very big mistake recently, and he had a 5-minute time, and thus he lost a few checkpoints, but it's not to the point now where he's going to get caught up by anytime soon. He still has a 50 checkpoint lead over Scrappy, and he still has a, that's nearly 70, that's actually, sorry, nearly 80 checkpoints to Binks, which is absolutely massive. 9 hours and 15 minutes in, and Ixawai has played 6.5 hours. He has 4,100 checkpoints on his own, and Hollow is at 5 hours and 20 minutes with 3,400 checkpoints. No one else is at 3,000 checkpoints or at 5 hours of play.
Those are just crazy numbers. I just had this thought with this many checkpoints between the players now. It must be a bit discouraging to see a gap. I feel like maybe players are starting to get a bit comfortable in their position, thinking, I cannot catch up anyway, and fair enough, and probably you won't. But still, if you want to catch up to a team that is maybe 20 checkpoints in front of you, then it's gotta be baby steps, and a lot of baby steps, just being faster than the other team.
Big
And
shout
slowly
out.
but surely you will. You can do the shout out in a second.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's slowly but surely you will see the advantage that they have over you, like shrinking. But it will take time and nerves. You really have to have a lot of endurance and patience when it comes to this. Yes,
I
shout
agree.
out.
So shout out. Third player has just reached 5 hours, literally just now, and he is Glocom, who currently plays for Team CAT, which is 47th, the Amazing Sodas, and he has been playing along with Elite Ronix. Currently, they're the only two so far who've played for that team. However, they have 3 other players who will probably play during the very late night, as they keep on driving. He's reached 2,700 checkpoints, 5 hours of play for him. His teammate not far behind, 4 hours and 20 minutes to his own right for Electronics. So big shout out to that team. 47th place. Very, very nice driving out of everyone there. As we finally see, for the first time on Wombats, if you, Nick, you'd be so kind to go to team number 5, where Murray, 99, is currently driving for the first time for this race. He's finally in the driver's seat and the 4th player of Team Wombats.
Apparently also still trying to find his groove, as his last time was only a 4 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah, his average is a bit
which is like
high.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, at this point, he's on a 440 pace, which wouldn't be too bad. Obviously, he's only done 2 laps so far, right? So his average is going to be all out of whack. He made one mistake and got a 447 last lap. Let's see if he makes one this time around. He's already out of the backwards section, and all he has to do now is finish the lap. He should finish with a 440. In fact, if he gets really lucky, he'll get a 4:39.9. That's if, or maybe even a PB, because he's actually getting closer. In fact, his time is blue. Does he have a PB? Oh, yes, he does. Very nice. A 4:39.853.
Wonderful, and congratulations to Murray. Maybe he just needed a lap to warm up, and now he's hopefully in the game and will keep up this pace. He does have the very stinky squad right behind him, and I can imagine that they don't smell very nice. So I understand that you would like to increase that gap to them as much as you can.
Of course. I mean, listen, who wants to be anywhere near a stinky Frenchman who smells like cheese, right? And currently Link, who's been driving, this is his third stint, right? And he just started his own stint. He currently has the most time driven for this team, 3 hours and 37 minutes currently driven. However, drivers such as Hydra and Sappy still have not touched the account just yet. They've not driven for the moment. However, Volnera, Energize, and Techie have. And so, not too surprising that Link is back in. He's been the fastest player out of all 4 of the current players who've played. And, I mean, he is powered by the smell of stinky cheese.
Ice Crusher wants us to spectate Schlumpy.
Schlumpy.
And we can for sure do that.
Of course.
In defense of Link, though, this racing car, of course, has very little space, and I can imagine if you sit in there with full-on racing gear and the hat and everything for quite a while and concentrate, you will start to sweat.
Schlumpy is in 39th place, Nick, if that's what you're looking for. There you go. Yeah. He is in very much so no man's land. You can see he is 92 checkpoints ahead of Copiumers, who are in 40th place, but 40 checkpoints behind 38th place. So he's really like in a spot of stuckness for Schwienerame, because they just find themselves in a spot where they're not fighting anyone. Like between 40th and 43rd even 44th, they're really, really close. Like there are 7 teams on 5,400 checkpoints, but only Schwienerame is on 5,500, right? Because 38th is already on 5,600. So they are in a really weird spot where they are too fast for the 40s, but too slow for the 30s so far. As Schlumpy, he has some pretty good times under his belt. Babos also having driven this car for a bit. 3 hours out of the 9 and so hours so far. It's been driving really well. When it comes to Schlumpy, just started to get into that car. He's been driving for about 25 minutes. He's been doing pretty okay. I mean, he's averaging a 4:59, and he's having some fun. I think that's the most important part, right? People forget that the whole point of the 24-hour event is not just for competition's sake, right? But it's also to have fun.
I would never forget that, but I'm very happy that you remind us of this fact, as I am having indeed a lot of fun with you. And also, hey hoo to the Skullman.
Ah, yes. Hey hoo! Alright, well, let's see. How much time is left? We have only 30 minutes left on my shift before I go eat. I got some food in about 30 minutes time.
What will you eat?
I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. I ate bacon, eggs, and potatoes today, this morning, but I haven't eaten since. Like, I've not eaten in a bit. I have some chips, but like those are not food, right? They're not food. Actually, interesting thing about these chips is I didn't pick out the flavor, right? We were given these chips from was it a neighbor, and they are the weirdest flavor I've ever seen. They're called baby back rib. They're baby back ribs flavored.
Interesting.
I've never seen baby back rib flavor. Like, I've seen barbecue flavor, right? But like they legitimately taste like ribs. They legitimately taste like meat, which is crazy. Like, how can you make a chip taste like meat? It's crazy to me. So yeah, that's the funny story with the chips that I have currently. That's it. That's all I
Yeah,
have.
my mom used to sometimes like to buy, like alternative chips. So chips not made out of potato, but like other vegetables, for example, like red
Oh,
beet,
yeah.
and those taste really good.
I actually like those a lot.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I like red beet in general. Only today we made a soup, a cheese soup with also red wheat in it,
Ooh, very
and it tastes
nice.
really good.
I think my favorite would be. I've seen carrot chips before. Have you tried carrot chips before?
I have not tried carrot chips before, but I can imagine that it works really well.
Yeah, it works very, very well. Honestly, those are probably my favorite. Sweet potato is also really nice.
Yeah. On the topic of like, I in general really like sweet potatoes. If you just cut them into like 2 by 2 centimeter cube, 2 by 2 by 2 centimeter cubes, um, together with potato and pumpkin, and just put them in the oven with little bit of oil. It tastes amazing. Very easy, simple meal, but it's like really up my alley.
Yeah, there's no meat on these. There's no meat at all in the ingredients. No meat powder whatsoever. So just weird. They made a seasoning that tastes like ribs, right? When you go to the restaurant and order ribs, that's what it tastes like. Tastes exactly like that.
You see what I like about ribs though is actually eating the meat of the
Oh, of course.
bones and the texture. So I think I'd just be missing that. I'm personally actually not the biggest like chips fan, and also not French fries. Like a good sweet potato French fries I will take, but it is not my preferred snack. I'm more of a chocolate person.
I mean I'm an anything person, right? Like I could take
Fair
any
enough.
snack. I love my chips, but I also love my ice cream, right? During the winter when it's -40, there is nothing better than going to get yourself an ice cream.
I mean, you can mix the two.
True. And I mean I just love snacks in general, right?
I
and
also
that's
love to
why
snack.
I just love to eat stuff. So whenever I see like, ooh, I don't know, like chocolate pretzels are some of my favorite snack, right? It's like especially like a very nice like treat snack. That's something that
Chocolate pretzel.
chocolate pretzels. I love mixing sweet and salty together.
Fair enough. I mean, it makes sense also in cooking. You're supposed to add a little bit of sugar to your savory dishes, and then also in
Yeah,
baking, it just add a bit of salt
yeah. To like say
into the
your
dough.
cookies. Yeah,
Yeah, for example,
and it adds
because
this nice little contrast.
it enhances the flavor.
Yeah, it does. And that's why pineapple on pizza works and is very delicious. And anyone that
Exactly.
doesn't think so is wrong. Hawaiian pizza is delicious.
I mean, fair enough if you're not the biggest fan of it, but I just think I find it ridiculous that people like work themselves up so much about this.
True. I mean, to be fair, right? It helps the sweet and salty crowd, right? Because otherwise, what would you have, right? I mean, you're not gonna put straight up sugar on your
Well,
on
there are
your
pizza
pizza, right?
variants where you put like chocolate on them, but I feel like at
Yeah,
that
but
point
that's a
it's
dessert.
really not. Yeah, that's just a dessert. It's not
Yeah,
really
that's a
like
dessert
pizza
pizza.
anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's like putting lemon on a fish, right?
Mm.
Where you're putting very, very sour notes on a very savory dish. And I think that just enhances it in a way, right? And I
It
think the
works.
pineapple does the same thing to let's say a pizza in
Speaking
the
of
same way.
fish, I really like eel, and now I want some.
I'm more of a tuna fan myself.
Oh, I don't actually
Actually,
really like tuna.
what I do, what I used to like, my mom would make me as a kid these mayonnaise and like Japanese
Mm.
mayonnaise mixed with tuna sandwiches. and like it'd be mixed together. It'd be so delicious. And recently, like I found canned tuna in like the cupboard, and I just mixed it in with my Japanese mayo, and it's so good.
That
It's
reminds me of
delicious.
the onigiri I recently made. I did use salmon and not tuna, but also mixed some mayonnaise in there, and it tasted good.
Fish and you cannot go wrong with fish and mayonnaise most of the times. I would say because that's
Nope.
mayonnaise is one of the. Have you ever had tartar sauce before? The tartar sauce.
I'm not sure. I think so. Yeah.
So it's pretty much just mayo and relish put together,
Yeah, I think
and
I've
it
had
goes
that.
really good with seafood. And of course, that's why mayo goes well with seafood, right? Because it's a part of that. And some people add relish, which is just really like very sweet vegetables in with the mayonnaise to enhance the flavor, right?
Don't make me hungry again. I already had too much of the soup earlier, so I'm not actually hungry, but now I want something to eat.
I mean, on top of that, you want to see cat pics on top of that, right? So
Always. Always. Let me
I
actually
just
send
looked
you.
at that.
I will send you a link to my Discord server right now, so you have no excuse to not join.
I'll do that in a bit. I'll take a picture of what my cat is up to. You'll be able to see the coat has not moved too much, but the cat has, and it's really cute how she placed herself.
So it's not an Illuminati triangle anymore.
No, it isn't, but
Unfortunate.
very unfortunate. But you can see one small paw.
Oh, can you see the beans?
Yes, you can see the beans.
Oh, you can see the beans.
You can see the beans.
Beans. Oh, I see Motte playing.
Ooh, we could go there. What team is he on?
RRB.
RRB. All right. Well, that is our next destination, then, Nick. RRB. What position are they
I'm
in?
scrolling all the way down, and I cannot
Uh,
find them.
I missed RRB myself, so
There, 46 real
40.
racing bros, and actually now
Ah,
Mute is playing. So they literally have just switched out, but maybe that's actually good. But because I'm afraid of moths, and Motte is German. Also not moth, but butterflies in general.
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting because
And,
I don't know. Am I?
ugh.
Well, it depends which kind, right? Because those small moths that only live for like 1 week, right? You're not
All butterflies and moths, all of them.
really
Yeah. It's something about the way they fly that I just cannot deal with.
okay. But what about like things that bugs that do fly but aren't like that style? Let's say like a dragonfly.
Yeah, they fly differently.
Okay, so it's fine because it flies there. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it,
weird.
it's what is also weird is because bats fly in a similar way. We know with like a lot of the wings flapping
Yeah, yeah.
and going up and down slightly, and there it doesn't bother me. It's really just butterflies basically, and I have no idea why, where that even came from. I think it started when I was once we were hiking, and there was this house like talking about insects in general, and then there you could see like butterflies up close, and I noticed that their bodies are super ugly. Just kind of threw me off, and then it just kind of went from there. It hasn't always been like this, but it's super hard because sometimes you just come across a butterfly or like in a picture or something, and people give trigger warnings for spiders, but no one ever gives a trigger warning for butterflies.
Ooh, yeah, that's very true. I wouldn't think of giving one for butterflies though,
Yeah,
right?
see,
So
who doesn't like butterflies? But then like every now and then I hear like someone mention that they don't like butterflies, and it's like, oh my god, same. Someone who understands me.
so
Alas.
um I have something to talk about actually, and I
Ooh,
think you'll be interested in this.
I
There is a
am.
fight now for fourth place.
Wow, that I am actually interested. But let me have a look at the beats first. And they are
Okay,
super
okay.
adorable. And now I will go up there again.
You're gonna enjoy seeing the beans.
I do enjoy seeing the beans. Right now, fourth place, you say?
Yeah, fourth place,
I
I
mean,
say.
the wombats are, of course, really catching up right now.
Yeah, Zerar just came in for Ogi Le Cafard, and Wombats, I mean, Murray's been catching up. They used to have a 20 checkpoint lead over Wombats, and slowly but surely, right? Wombats were in like 6th, 7th, right? And slowly but surely, Murray was just getting faster and faster, and himself and Final Goodbye have been very, very consistent. No time above 447 over the last 2 hours, right?
Oh,
Which is very, very good.
can you maybe just confirm for us that cafars means cockroaches in French? Because I believe Notch was saying that earlier, but he wasn't sure.
No, it's not cockroaches. It's because they're called coquerelles
Ah,
in French, cockroaches. So
so what's cafars then?
I do believe
You do believe.
uh uh it's a really French word. Oh, okay. So I don't use this word.
Hmm,
Um, this is a word that I don't use.
fair enough.
Uh, so
Miri
it could
actually
be an
making a mistake.
insect. It could be an insect, but there's also one. Oh no, that's the English. Okay, okay, I see. So in French, it is an insect, and they apparently look like cockroaches. Yeah, but they're not cockroaches. Interesting.
Alright, but like close-ish.
Close-ish. Yeah.
Actually, Murray made a mistake in that one transition, and now the Auggies are actually have overtaken now,
Yeah. Zarara has made a
and
yeah
Stinky
mistake.
Squad is also close behind them.
That's true. Yeah. Zarara. Yeah, they've been going very well. This Augie and the Cafar, but mistakes from Heave. Just a couple of very slow laps, and just the consistency out of the Wombats and Stinky Squad. It's allowing them to catch back up, and you can see both teams very, very close to overtaking uh, fourth place Agile Kafa. And average tech enjoyers, I mean, Imot currently sees this for sure, and he's probably being told in his ear, yeah, you go for it, right? Same thing with
Yeah.
Vinch and Hollow. Same thing with Joatarakt and obviously Tsun, who are really, really well close-ish, right? They're still 30 checkpoints behind, but 30 checkpoints, right, could be caught up in just a couple of hours. So
I
if
mean,
they
as we can
drive,
now see, yeah.
yeah, if they drive nicely, they'll be good, and they have good players, right? They have Azion, Annex, Aciolex, Sika, Dionysus, Omega. Like they've got some really good players on their side.
And this is what we mean when we say it will get more interesting now in the night as we see different players switching out, and that can literally mean that they can catch up over 20 checkpoints. Like
Yep.
the top 10 wasn't super interesting for a while, except the VH Racing Zwaartekracht thing for a bit. But
Yeah.
now we actually have a fight for fourth place already again. Like fourth, fifth, sixth are now suddenly getting interesting. As we see, for example, Link driving for the Stinky Squad, making good progress and catching up.
And Scrappy is also making good progress on Massa. Currently, 47 checkpoints separate them, so within an hour, caught up by about 10 checkpoints on Massa. That's still a lot. And if this,
Mm,
I mean, obviously, right? You got to drive pretty fast and consistent, but you can catch up by a lot of checkpoints if you play your cards right, right? And if you are just slightly faster, even if you're just like 3-4 seconds a lot faster on average, right? You'll catch up by a checkpoint every so
exactly.
often.
I mean, mimes and especially, of course, also Elkonsteins are crazy, but depending on for how long Massa will drive, we might actually be able to see comeback from team. Okay, but we will never know that. We don't really know their strategies, and we have talked to neither of those two teams yet.
Well, we'll see them during the night. Well, I won't because I'll be asleep. But to be fair, I don't go to sleep right away, but I'll be asleep in like 3 hours. So unless like they need
Me
someone to
too.
do the 9 o'clock, well 3 a.m. shift in your time, which would suck for me because I'd want to go to sleep at that time.
Or I mean,
But
Notch can handle the stream on his own when in doubt. It would be cool to have someone at 6 a.m. still.
yeah, midnight. That's
Midnight is doable for you. Come on, there would also be midnight to 3 a.m. We would almost have the exact same streaming, like casting times in our respective time zones. Wouldn't
to
that
be
be
fair,
fun?
I okay. Here's the thing, right? I am not good with staying up late whatsoever.
Fair enough.
I'm really bad at doing it, and I actually don't have any caffeine in the house to be able to keep myself awake.
You
And
have
give
cats.
myself that I have cats, true, but they help me sleep mostly.
Well, then maybe they have to be extra crazy tonight to keep you up. Also, just to get back to Six Fire Reject, no, I do not wish to visit the House of Butterflies in Vienna. I've been on a market in the Maxi Park in Hamm once, and they also have they have this really cool building that's shaped like an elephant. It's like mostly a glass house and a lot of plants inside. That was really cool. But they also have a butterfly house in the park, and I did not go in there. Of course not.
What? Okay, so what's scarier though, the big moths or like a small moth?
Oh, the big ones. Like, I haven't like moths and butterflies. They can get huge. Like the what is like the biggest butterfly like and moth? How big are they? I know that they can get super big. That would be really scary. Like having a moth in my room that's the size of my face. No, thank you.
Yeah, but they're really beautiful though. To be fair, right?
No,
But they are
they're not
scary.
beautiful for me. Yeah, exactly. Like, uh, uh,
They're scarily beautiful. You know? I mean,
when
that makes sense, right?
to be fair, I do like the scarily beautiful aesthetic normally. But whenever I tell people that I don't like butterflies, they're like, "Oh, but they're so pretty." Not to me. They're
Right,
fucking scary.
right. Because you could have a moth, right? And it's massive, right? Like there are some very big giant moths out there, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
don't necessarily want to come face to face with that, right?
No,
So,
I do not.
especially if I were to send poor Susie here some moth pictures.
Please do not. Please spare me with moth pictures. We'll stick with the pussy pics for now.
I'll be sure to. Fabian, do I have the right? Am I allowed? Because I don't want to give Susie nightmares and then you have to deal with it for.
No, you do not. You do not give me nightmares, please. As moth pigs. No, no, no.
Unsolicited moth pics.
I do not want to see. Wait,
that
let
is
me.
that is a good one though.
I'll also make a VIP.
Woo!
Oh wait, it's you're now a
Yeah,
very.
baby.
You're now officially a very important plushie. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You have access to the stream launch with the VIP hangout.
Nice. That's actually pretty awesome. You know what else is awesome? Glowcom, who I talked about earlier, right? The Amazing Sodas, who was the third player, sorry, to reach like 5 hours of playtime. Well,
Yes.
they're gonna be the third player to reach 3,000 checkpoints in very
Wow.
very little time. If you can find the Amazing Sodas real quick, Nick. Not sure what
Shut
position
up,
they are in.
Maida.
They are lower down.
Let me
Glowcom
scroll.
is the driver. Not there, not there.
Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to
Glowcop
be found.
actually
There you go,
placed
47th.
37. Yeah.
And he's about to pass his 3,000 checkpoint right here, actually. That's number 3,000.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Team Cat.
And so, Team Cat, your teammate Glowcom
Ow.
has reached 3,000 checkpoints. Very, very nice.
I can hear the audience in the background clapping.
So, he's also going to become the only 3 players so far. Actually, no. 4 players so far have reached 5 hours and 30 minutes. And most of them have gone over to 5 hours and 49 minutes, that being Jan Hagen, and as well as Hollow, who's just reached 5 hours and 50 minutes. The only player with more is Ixawai, who's played for 6.5 hours. My guy, chill. Then again, we're doing 5-hour shifts for casts, huh?
We certainly are.
Which,
You know, at least I had, 1 hour shift. A 1 hour shift to prepare.
right. Yeah, at least, like, I prepared, like, an hour in advance to try to set up my Steam Deck, and it just wouldn't work. Like,
yeah,
it
I
just,
read everything.
it's not
Also
fun.
from last night. Yeah.
Why are
It
there
is-
so many different words for cockroach in French? I don't get it. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, you saw it last night, I'm guessing, while I was typing with Tim.
Yeah,
try to
I wrote
figure
up
out.
a lot of messages.
Yeah, true. 5 hours of casting. I don't think he's been non-stop driving though. Let's see. He's currently in 14th place, and it's not like he's been non-stop driving. I mean, he drove for 4.5 hours straight. Yes.
That's almost 5 hours. Come on, that is exhausting.
Right.
Glowcom actually making a huge mistake having to respawn.
Oof.
Oof, big oof.
Big oof.
And crashing again. He apparently has lost his flow right now. Let's hope that as he enters this grass section, he will find his mojo again.
Let's hope so. I mean, his average time is in the 5:30s, right? So that's not too surprising.
Almost touched the wall again.
I mean,
And
he's enjoying.
slowing
He's
down
having fun.
massively.
And it's
I'm not
fine,
sure if
right?
is he only having fun or is he also getting drunk right now? Is the question I'm asking myself with the lines he's driving.
Yeah, but how would you drive this?
Even worse. There's the reason why I'm not driving and I'm casting.
True. Same here. Honestly, I probably would be doing like 6-7 minute times. Not even.
I'd be
joking.
happy to just finish the map as I would have to get through the full speed section on like 20 FPS.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it'd be more the backwards section, honestly, that'd give me trouble. But yeah, this full speed section, kind of hard. I hope the checkpoints are respawnable, honestly. I'm sure they have to be, or else someone would have moaned about it like a long time ago.
Spammy writing, please no more chat arena in the middle of the night, thanks. Is it already the middle of the night? I feel like we have like 1 or 2 hours more to go.
I mean, it is like 12:50 for, well, 0:50 for you, right?
Yeah, it's almost 1 a.m.
It's almost 1.
I guess it would count as the middle of the night.
For me, the night just started. It just got dark outside. The sun just set, right?
Oh,
and
nice.
the snow is starting to fall because it's Canada, and honestly, it's wonderful.
I want to have snow. I love snow.
You're gonna have snow in December. Don't worry about it.
I want to have snow for my birthday.
When is your birthday?
It's December 13th.
Oh, okay. Well, normally you have snow for that time, right?
Not necessarily. It really depends on the year. The year I was born was actually super cold. It was when I was born, it was like minus 12 degrees outside, which for Germany, who has pretty mild temperatures, I'd say. That is quite a lot. It's super cold for here, but sometimes we have like snow in like mid-December for like a few days, and then it just melts again, and then you're just free to have at least a white Christmas. And often it like smells a tiny bit about white Christmas, but not around Christmas, but it's not enough to be really satisfying. And you have
Understandable.
that pretty much throughout all of December, and then in January it starts to snow a little bit more. But of course, it also depends on where you live in Germany.
Very, very true.
And
All right,
it's
Nick. Oh, sorry. We're gonna go to the fifth place team here. We're gonna go on Zerar.
alright, good.
Oh,
Let me scroll.
yeah, fifth place. Yeah, fifth place.
Fifth place
Yeah, they're in a fight with
to the Augie
wombats.
squad.
Yeah. So many ways that you could say cockroach in French. I don't get it. Right? For me, I've never heard of another way to say it other than coquerel. But that is very, very close to how you would say it in English, right? So it's making me think that this is an Anglicism that we created here in Quebec because we do that a lot. We take an English word and we turn it into French.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like we took the word away, right? As if to say go, right? Go away.
Hmm.
And we literally took out the Y and we turned it into AILLE.
AILLE.
Right, so that's I, that's the
I.
Y, and we have the away. So pretty much it's away,
So
away.
it's like Hawaii.
Pretty much like saying Hawaii. Hello, Turbo.
Ooh,
Hello.
ovo.
Good
Ow.
good midnight for you, Turbo.
Yeah, hello. My voice is dead.
That is
How
not
is
a problem.
TMFL?
Good. Was really good.
That's nice to hear.
That was
Yeah,
really nice.
we've also been having a great time.
Okay, so what about the streaming situation actually? So we figured that out, or?
Yeah,
Nick
well,
has been
Nick
streaming.
is streaming for us.
Yeah, so that's so scuffed. So you're just streaming Discord.
Yeah.
Well, that's for me because I can't see the game, right?
Yeah. But how long will you host the stream?
Nick, that's up to you, right? I mean, you can switch it out with Turbo and
On, I mean, I'm gone in like 2 hours, so
okay, yeah, true.
Yeah, but
I can host
so will I
now.
be.
Yeah. Oh, but nah, I will definitely drop out 3. I cannot do longer today.
Yeah, me too, probably. Maybe I'll stay a tiny bit to support Nouch, but it really depends on how tired I will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, at 3 a.m. Nouch can definitely take over again for us. But if you could stream now, that would probably be great.
Yeah,
Unless
then I need the
Nick
stream
doesn't
key.
want to give you
Yeah, Nick,
the
it's up to
stream.
you if you want to continue or not.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, then it's the easiest that you just continue. I mean, I could also host. Okay, fair.
Thank
What's
you
up
so
with
much.
Germans who come in and just be like, yeah, I'll do 24 hours straight.
Yeah, I thought Canadians are kind.
Man, yeah. I mean, honestly, you might Nick might just be Nouch's cousin, you know, or his brother.
The
I will
lost
leave
brother.
you boys actually alone for
Yeah.
a second because I have to pee. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right. I mean, I'm also pretty early. I just played some Path of Exile. No.
Yeah. Is your voice well rested?
Nah, I also talked to a friend, so no.
Well, I hope you've had a good day. It seems like you have, though.
Yeah, it was alright.
Jam packed. You've already casted for 2 events, maybe even 3, huh?
Ah,
Or
2.
just 2.
Tomorrow's 3.
Tomorrow is 3. Oh, jeez. Okay.
What's up, chat? By the way, no, tomorrow's 2. I mean, but tomorrow will be the 3rd of the weekends.
So Coquerel is exclusively French Canadian. Okay, interesting. So it is like just the French Canadians just took the word cockroach
Yeah,
and turned it
cockroach.
into interesting.
Ah, yeah, you're also discussing about that.
Yeah, so pretty much I didn't know what Cafard was, which is the fourth place team's name.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, like, for me, cockroach, right, is coquerel, but that's a very French Canadian word, apparently. It's not used in France. And I didn't know the way that they said it in France. So that's apparently cockroach in French.
Okay, Scrappy still with a 436.17, okay. And we have Massa with a .4, but probably bad average, yes, okay. Okay, 434 for Bings, good, good, Bings,
Yeah, Binks has been
good.
really on fire. But
Okay,
Elcon, look at Elcon's average from
yeah.
in the mud. Like,
Are
once
you
he
also
gave it
doing?
off to Massa.
Are you also doing camera work, Nick? Or
Well, if you want to.
I mean,
I just
would be
He
great.
just switches to whoever you tell him
Yeah.
to
Okay.
switch to.
I mean, I'm just asking. You know, like if you take consideration to that. So.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, well, most likely, I have no idea who's in which team.
I'm just gonna say the position then.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we'll just go ahead and spectate either P5 or P3, Bings or Murray.
Yeah. We were on Murray, and yeah, that's a big fight, right? Stinky Squad, Augie, and obviously Wombats. Augie actually had a 20 checkpoint lead, I think, 3 hours ago, and it's been really brought down now, and they're in this fight with Wombats and Stinky Squad, which Stinky Squad, I mean, for the longest time was being driven by Link. Who is back into the car once again,
I don't
and
see the.
whose average is also pretty insane. I think he's been averaging somewhere in the 440, I think,
Yeah.
as his average.
It's almost averaging 439.
442.
Yeah,
So
very
439.95. Dude, I don't see the ghosts actually. What is going on here?
crazy.
Any fix?
Turn on your ghost, man.
Ja, habe ich
No,
schon.
no,
Habe ich schon, Mann.
opponents.
Oh, I
You
press
forgot to
O.
press the O button.
I press
Yeah.
G. Yeah, bro, I'm not dumb. Why don't I see the. Wait a second. What the? Did I see just ghost driving? What the fuck is? What
Oh,
is Murray
Murray!
doing, dude?
Oh!
Holy shit!
Oh no, Murray! What a big accident there by Murray. How much time do you lose from that?
Again, Mary had quite a few accidents happening lately.
Yeah. That easily lost him a lot of time though.
Dude,
Yeah, that lost him 7 seconds.
I don't see nearby
they will-
ghosts. What is going on?
They
Nando.
will definitely give the Stinky Squad a bit of time to catch up, maybe.
Yeah, they've caught up
it-
by at least one checkpoint, I would say.
Yeah.
From that. And losing touch
Okay,
to
now it's working.
a checkpoint to Le Cafard is gonna be tough. Gonna be
Okay,
really
now it's
tough.
working. Perfect.
Perfect. Good. Good.
I think they just had to
Oh,
load.
perfect.
So who's gonna cast with me actually now?
Me.
Susie, I'm gonna go eat, and I might be back in 2 hours to help out Nouch.
Okay. Very
Alright.
nice.
I've had a blast with you, Mr. QTC.
UTC. Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
enjoy, mate,
I don't
enjoy.
know what I'm gonna eat yet, but I might just grab myself a tuna sandwich, honestly.
Off you go, little beast.
Bye
Sorry,
bye.
mate.
Bye.
I
Up
just
and
played-
away.
I just played too much PoE. Oh. Good dude, what a steady mode. So chat, how are you doing? Hope you're all doing great. Probably everyone cozy underneath that blanket, having some
Oh,
fun.
let me get a blanket. Now I want a blanket.
Did you guys do some interviews? Or should I contact people again?
No, you can definitely contact people. We haven't actually done an interview in quite a while.
What about Barbos, man?
We have interviewed Barbos,
Okay, good.
but it was quite a while ago. I think it's the last interview we did. To be fair, the hour before I started, like at 9 p.m., I started to take a 1 hour nap. So I have missed everything that happened there.
Yeah, I also didn't. I didn't want to see Trackmania after my stream, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, dude, I'm not up for an interview now. Like, if people come and they want, then okay. But right now, I just don't want to be social, interactive in anyone's chat. I could go into Scrappies or into Spams or Shorty. Oh, whatever, but they all gotta say the same, you know. Bar was probably complaining about the backwards part, you know.
A bit, but yeah, he was actually in high spirits when he came in for his interview. He even said that he would be up for another interview, like in the morning or at some point, to check back in on him and how his views have maybe changed after driving for quite a while.
Alright, so still going with Murray right now. He is... Oh, dude, I have to scroll so much. Holy shit. Okay, he's P5. I mean, it's 3 checkpoints between them. I mean, right now the gaps are quite large. 50 checkpoints between 3rd and 4th. Aurella's playing for team Quadruple A, Double B. You know, sounds like a battery name, but whatever. Scrappy on 2nd. Yeah. And then we have Spam's team. Spam with a very good start. Already gained, I think, like 4 or 5 checkpoints in 1 hour.
We can actually see that Mime is
first-
driving again.
Was Yuki already driving?
I don't think so. At least not when I was. Let me check. Actually, I know.
You know what the good thing?
Yuki has not been playing.
So for anyone who wants to stream or is a streamer, guys, you know, right now every big content creator, or like except Virtual, but Virtual is gone, you know, because he's in America, is streaming right now, and they will stream longer. So what does it mean? Tomorrow after TMFL. That's the slot, guys. That's the slot. I tell you that. Like, for real, I'll tell you. Like, tomorrow, go live. People will watch your stream. Don't know even if I have time to go live earlier tomorrow, but you know, that's just a Peppo G. But of course, you know, I streamed today myself, and you could really see that everyone is just interested in the 24-hour race, even though TMFL was a great race today.
I mean,
Not
it
gonna
is a
spoil.
really busy weekend. Exciting
yes.
for Trackmania.
But yeah, still. No one cares about TM2 Canyon Rock. The TM2 Canyon Rock, man. Are you stuck in 2012, man?
The Yarmeza plays a lot of Trackmania too.
I mean, are there
And
even
streams it.
people? How many people are playing Race of Champions? How many servers are there? Two for 8 players? I doubt that there will be hardly players playing, or that there
And
are players.
Marina's also back.
Yo, Marina, what's up? Nice seeing you. Bro, leave my canyon alone. Yeah, well, I mean, it's
What
a
will
dead
be-
game, so it's cool that you're still playing.
But what will be interesting now is actually that Mime is playing again instead of Masa. We will
Yeah.
probably see that we have a bigger gap again between.
You just
Actually,
made a
Mime
mistake.
touches the second I say that and
Yeah.
makes a mistake. But we might see the gap getting bigger again between first and second position.
Mm-hmm.
While Masa
mean-
was driving team okay, have caught up quite a bit.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I've been told to pronounce it like that.
That's the Alma way. So,
No, not quite the armor way, just a lot of
Okay.
enthusiasm.
I mean, Mime has a good average right now. I'm not sure when he started, but 4:37 and 4:35. I think he's the second fastest player behind the Binks, who's right now not playing. I think they swapped around.
Elcon is actually even faster, I believe. So it's Elcon, Binks, then Mime. I think. Last time we checked.
Elcon, Binks, and Mime are playing, or are they in a team? They're not in a team,
No,
right?
no. Binks is in the
Yeah.
AAABB team, and
Exactly.
then Mime and Elcon both are in
Yeah.
team in the match.
Yeah,
So
and then
it's of
Spams,
course-
Masas,
it
and Yuki's
shows-
team.
I mean, Mime and Elcon have been playing both quite a bit now in total.
Who has been the
So-
best, actually,
Huh?
so far? Who has been the best?
Yeah, Elcon, I guess. I think Elcon also still has the best local time here. And when we were talking to Claire earlier, she also said that Elcon has been pretty good on the training server already before he even joined in the race. So he has been practicing, and it's really paying off. He's super fast and an insane pace. team. Okay, we're actually apparently talking about giving up already because Alcon was consistently so much faster than their PBs
Mm.
that it's just impossible for them to catch up. And only now, when Massa joined in, did they actually have a chance to get a few checkpoints closer. But now that
Ah,
Mime's back
yeah.
in the race, that will not be the case anymore.
Wait, they want to give up? They don't want to continue, or what?
I guess they're just gonna give up first place. I don't think that they will rage quit. Maybe Scrappy will, but the rest will push through, I believe.
I mean, give up. Like that sounds like that they're not playing, but it's like all
Yeah.
about just continuing. I mean, second
I
place
bet
is
they
still
were
good.
like joking about giving up since they don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
I was not watching the stream. It's only what Fabian
Yeah.
told me earlier.
I mean, the thing with Alcon is that he is indeed probably the best player in long period or long maps. We had the 21st of July track of the day. Maybe you remember that, the 3-minute map, where he had world record and was just incredibly fast on this map. I think he was only in Div 2, if I remember correctly. I could also be wrong that there was another player who was in Div 2. But he was very fast in that, and of course also the threat of Ariadne, which was or is a map from Villa, and Virtual has hosted a tournament on that map, and also there he was really pushing through and won it. He surpassed the 20-minute barrier. It was mesmerizing to watch him, and of course this is kind of the same format. You know, you have multi-style, you have sections on this map, so Elcon, no surprise for me, being the fastest on those maps, and he's also still, you know, he's the future of Trackmania as well as mine, and then also our fellow Canadian on 7th position, Lingo. Yeah, Lingo. Keep
Actually,
practicing.
yeah, still closer with VH Racing. Earlier we had, I mean, Sneaky Squad actually quite in front. They were behind for a while. But earlier mainly the fight between Zwartegracht and VH Racing was the most interesting.
Hmm.
But like for quite a while that was like pretty much the only fight that was going on. And now everything after 5th position, like 5th to
Yeah, it's so
9th, are
close.
all interesting. And it's really nice to see that, because then we actually have something to talk about, first of all. And second of all, it's just interesting to see how quick sometimes things can change. Even when teams have a 20 checkpoint lead, it will be gone after some time if you change players, and another player can maybe catch up. And it will show over time.
The sad thing is, and of course you cannot fix that, is that players will not meet and they don't have fights in this regard. You can see, okay, they will catch up checkpoints or something like that, but you don't see them like in front of you or behind you, or you know what, or pushing. Because right now, of course, we're spectating Lingo. You see, there's 100 teams, and there's no one even close to him right now. Like it's
Yeah, it does feel a bit lonely, maybe driving.
Yeah, it's like a ghost valley, you know. You go through. Occasionally, there's a player that you overtake, but you're not on the same pace, and that's why those gaps will happen. You know, there's all the time the player, but you will see Lingo just overtake. Oh, maybe there's Murray. I mean, that's cool because that could be a cool fight. But you see it, yeah, suck overtake. Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, I brought up that question earlier of what does it actually do to the players to see at this point of the race, at the most parts, huge gaps between all the teams.
They don't have ghosts enabled.
Yeah, and no, I mean just in the checkpoint count.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you see that someone is like 42 checkpoints in front of you, and
you just keep on playing.
Yeah, you keep on playing, but it almost feels like
nothing
that
happens.
Team is already
yeah.
out of reach.
Yeah, I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and at the end, it's a team effort. I mean,
exactly.
I think I can resemble a little bit like playing the 17,000 Neoslide map. You know, where you're also like, oh, dude, when does it end? Of course, I didn't. I played on my own, and I didn't have a team, but you just try to. Well, yeah, it's hard. You just keep going. You just
Yeah.
keep going, and it's it's weird. Like, I don't know, like here it's probably just your mates keep going and you just want to have fun. It's all about having fun, and that's the main point here.
Totally. But yeah, these CP gaps, of course, build up over time, and you cannot expect to have them suddenly gone. You
No.
can catch up again, but it will be slow. Like you said, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
I mean, for example, Mime and Scrappy. Mime could just go AFK for like 2 minutes, could go to the toilet, and he would still be in the lead, you know? It's of course not that much, but unless you continue to race, it is completely fine. Of course, they can still catch it up. I mean, we're not even halfway through. But it's it will be super hard for them. I think what a good point is to compare at the end is how many checkpoints they have at 12 hours and how many they have at the end.
Yeah, that will be interesting to see. I think it really depends on if your whole team is in the same time zone, and also when exactly you're always switching players after how many hours, how much energy you actually have for the second half.
I know what you mean. Oh, I'm so fucking tired, man. It's oh god.
Go make yourself a coffee.
I hate coffee.
Go get an energy drink.
Or Spezi.
Ah, Spitzy, good.
Ooh, yeah,
Good.
get some Coke, get some Spitzy.
Yeah, you know, our cameraman. Yeah. the mister behind it who's doing a great work. Thank you again, Nick, for doing that. That's awesome. Has some good
Just sitting
suggestion.
around. But
Yeah, but still, you're here, you know?
I'm also just sitting around.
Yeah, same.
We're all just sitting around. Or is anyone in chat actually lying down? Are you watching from the comfort of your bed or sofa?
I think we have some sleepers in the chat. It's a mixture of sleepers because there were probably some raids, you know, coming in. And then people watching in the meantime or just in the background. I doubt that there's like someone like, you know, like fully invested and watches this one for like 24 hours straight. Like maybe some do, and I would also do it, and I also did it in my break. But I think everyone is just using it as content next to something, but also like just watching and listening to our beautiful voices. Yeah,
Beautiful voices indeed.
yeah. My voice is very good. Not gone.
I mean, it is what I did earlier. I was like preparing and cutting all the vegetables for the soup while watching this stream, and it was just enjoyable and fun to listen to you guys.
Just a podcast, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Nights like this, I really like them. I like the vibe in those TMFL 24-hour race nights. Also, last time I learned for an exam, I already told you that.
Yeah,
open.
it was something else than it was last time.
That was nice.
And yes, of course, no one here is asleep, because how could you fall asleep with a wonderful race and cast like this? Am I right?
Exactly. Wait, I don't
Speaking
even
of
have to
which-
open the game actually, right? I can just watch Nick's stream.
Yeah, you can watch Nick's stream, and you can also always have a look at the website, of course, which also provides us with interesting information and stats. And Mime actually failing that quarter pipe jump quite a bit, and now touching also at the checkpoint,
Skill issue.
losing a lot of speed. That is not good, Mime-chan. Do better.
Man, Mime.
And
What
Team
doing?
OK immediately has like caught up by 2 to 3 checkpoints, just like that.
Ooh, he comes dangerously closer.
So maybe I was wrong. Maybe Mime is at his
Lime.
limit.
Speed
Lime
sliding
is
like
actually
Limey Lime.
driving. Lime is actually driving right now. Yes, Mime will not be able to extend the lead again. Maybe he's getting tired. Maybe he cannot keep up his pace from earlier, and mistakes like these will continue to happen to him, even if it's just every other round. That will still.
Susie,
be...
he's still on the 441, okay?
Yeah, man. But if he continues to keep going like this,
He's still ahead. Like, look at his fucking average. 437. Zuzi, come on. Scrappy is on a 440 average. And my guy's just driving a 441 right now, so that's still 1 second behind average.
It is, of course, still a
You
good
try
time.
to hype it up even though nothing is happening.
Of course, nothing is happening. I'm just saying, these are tendencies we could continue to see this night.
Yeah, we could also see someone falling asleep.
We could. Maybe that someone is you.
Look, Mime is doing a 441. That's beating probably 80% of the PBs.
It is crazy, yes.
Mime is sick. God gamer.
Anyway, I'm talking a lot, so
Yeah.
just a reminder to also the whole chat. Please stay hydrated. And with that, I'll pour myself a glass of water.
I thought you were gonna drink some. Oh my god, that. Oh.
Okay, now it's an ASMR channel.
Cheers. Drink caffeine. Caffeine. Yeah, Marina, I already had a coffee earlier. I took a 1 hour nap and I had a latte macchiato and now I feel great.
I hate coffee. How can you drink coffee?
It's definitely an acquired taste. I mean, I do like. I don't really like
your
coffee. I like coffee with milk, and depending on the coffee, I also need sugar for it. But with our coffee machine and our water and our coffee beans, I don't need sugar.
Yeah, how hard is
I
your
don't
water?
like it when coffee is too sour.
Yeah, but that's also on the water then, right?
Yeah, that depends on the water a lot and also on the coffee bean.
Is the water hardness important?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so,
Probably.
right?
After the beans, the second most important thing you can have in a coffee.
Yes.
That's why on all espresso
mhm.
machines, you have to adjust the water hardness. You have to call your city network and ask them what exactly is the hardness level in your area, because otherwise the coffee just tastes like crap.
Interesting.
Yeah, Fabian's parents actually have the same coffee machine as we do and pretty
The coffee
similar
tastes
coffee
different,
beans.
yeah.
And it still tastes different.
That's interesting though.
We just use tap water, but they for a while actually bought store-bought water, still water to use for their coffee machine, and now they have like a water filter.
Yeah,
In
filter
their
is
water,
good.
in
So
the water tank.
does the water taste better or not?
I don't like their water. I really like
Ooh.
the Braunschweiger water. This is what I grew up with, and it's already pretty good water because we get it directly from the Harz.
From the Harz. Ja, Mann.
Mittelgebirge.
Dude, the worst water is Gerolsteiner. Dude, how can you drink that?
I don't
Scrappy
know.
Scrappy always drinks that.
No, that's not the worst. The worst is Saskia from Lidl.
That's better than Gerolsteiner, but it's
I'd
still
argue that.
bad. I like Quellbrunnen.
Who be casting? We are Lucas Turbo and Susan Brennan, and in the background we have our lovely
Nick.
cameraman.
The Nick guy.
The Nick guy, Mr. Nick.
Where's Easy?
Nick Lange.
Easy, he's watching.
Good.
Good.
Watching next to you or what?
No, he's sometimes just well, I just set up OBS a few
What's
hours
this?
ago, and he helped me. And just,
good.
now telling me, yeah, okay, my volume is okay, so that I can adjust all things on the fly.
Ah, nice, dude. What a gamer Easy is. It's
What is
easy
that
for him. Okay, Mime on a good time again. Another, wait, he just did a 435.06. We completely missed that.
Welcome, I'm not really sure. There are a lot of teams and we can obviously not always look at all of them.
I mean, coming back to the water topic, there's also like this one water in America that everyone drinks and who's like, oh, dude, this water is the best one. I mean, there's surely different tastes of water, but I think it's so marginal. Also, our tap water here in my area is pretty good. I think Fiji. I think yeah, exactly. But there's also one water. I think at Aldi you have Quellbrunnen there, however that's called. Maybe you know that with the green green top or the green bottle, and then also there's one other like with ein Hauch Kohlensäure with a little bit of
Aren't they light blue, dark blue, and green? And the bottle caps, the color of them.
Yeah,
yeah they are.
and the color tells you
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
type of water it is.
Yeah, if it's sparkling, a lot of sparkles or not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some really good
Sparkled.
water.
Yeah, that's really nice. I also have right now Felsensteiner Medium.
All
Yeah,
these non-Germans hearing these German brands will be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I also never really buy water, so
I mean, it's literally called Rockstone.
at the top of my head, I couldn't even tell you what it tastes like, and I have to
Rockstoner.
compare it. Is it good?
The one that I have,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drinking that almost all my life, and it's good, yeah. But I usually have tap water because it's a bit cheaper, you know. I mean, of course, it's very stingy to say, "Yo, water is cheap," but if you really think like it's 20 cents per bottle, and I think you can save a little bit of money with that, but it's still a
Yeah,
crime
I
that you
mean-
have to pay for water, I think.
I
But
pretty
that's
much
just a little
only
bit.
drink tap water.
I think you pay for bottled water and water from the tap water. You pay like about 500 to 600% more.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
insane.
I mean, I am very fortunate to have very good tasting tap water here.
Tap water is great.
If I were to live in Düsseldorf or something, maybe I would also make a switch.
Oh
I
no,
mean, it really depends where you live, yeah.
in Düsseldorf, and I live in Neuss, so basically next to
Mhm.
Düsseldorf. It's,
Oh, that is from there.
it's basic. It's basically really great. The problem is many houses here in the area are super old and have super old
I see.
Yeah.
old. I have no idea what
Leitungen, yeah.
Pipes.
Leadings.
Pipes have super old pipes, so this is the fact that's limiting the most.
yeah, like you have a lot of dingsbums in there.
For example, whenever I visit Shorty, I mean, I think I drink the tap water. It's fine enough. It's just not the hard water I'm used to.
I mean, you probably also have a good, maybe you also have a filter in that. Like I think like that's what someone who works like in our water facility or a water cleaning area dingsbums in our city, he told me that you really need like a water filter. That is really important, actually. It's super important to filter your water.
The water tastes much better, but what's next level is an osmosis. Mechan you can have adapted to your water pipes, and my uncle has it, and it's basically the best water you can get. I would say even better than any bottled water I've ever had.
Okay, so
Insanely
what
good.
is special about it?
Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like osmosis is many minerals or like cork are pulled out of it, so you have really much. You have the cleanest water you can get, and it's
And with
insane.
minerals. So it
Yeah.
adds minerals to that, so you have to refill it, or
It adds minerals. Basically, it adds the good minerals and removes the bad one, like coal, shark, and everything that tastes like shit.
isn't that also expensive to install, or?
Well, he had it installed when he built his house. I don't know. If you're now trying to buy it after you build the house, you need extra space in your basement
yeah.
and like I don't know, maybe a few $1,000.
I mean, you invest into your health.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, and I mean, my uncle is super perfectionistic about many things.
Oh.
Also, coffee. And I can tell you, the coffee which is brewed with this water is insanely good.
The holy water, dude.
I mean,
Basically.
that's one of the things I will definitely have if I ever get in the position to build my own house.
I mean, sounds cool actually. Really, sounds really nice. Good to know that. I mean, you should definitely invest into that and also into your health. It's very important to consider it. Really nice. Good story there. And so you always visit him to get some water, and you're like, oh, can you fill some water for me in this tank? 30 liters, and then it's like 300 euro.
Well, to be honest, yes, I visit him for the water because I'm a road cyclist, and on my route, which is like 80 to 100 kilometers, he's perfectly in the middle. So he's in
8200.
80 to 100, yeah.
Okay, 80. I felt like 8,200.
No, oh no, oh no. 80 to 100 kilometers, and there he's perfectly on the middle, so I can get there, get some coffee, and get some fresh water.
Good.
Perfect.
I also have a bike now.
Bike.
A mountain bike
how
though.
are you actually liking your bike?
It's nice. It's so good. Like I'm so much much faster now. Like 30 kilometers per hour is nothing right now.
That's cool to hear. Yeah, I really want to get a new saddle for my bike.
Yeah, but mine is good. I mean, it's a Pierre bike. It's like 500 euro, but it's good to have like a good saddle. Really.
Oh, Lapierre. I thought.
I mean, I
about
like
buying
my saddle, but the problem is that I got that bike when I got into 5th grade.
Yeah, Susie, I think the frame could also be a bit too small for you then.
But
not
just a
not
tiny
the
bit.
frame, but the saddle is definitely
The whole
too
bike.
small. No,
Dude,
it's
like how
what
many?
What do you mean the whole bike?
How many inches is that? Like 15, 12?
Hello, no, it was not a child's bike. It's standard woman bike.
But how were you able to sit on it when you were in fucking 5th grade?
Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah, like if I tried to go on a, like let's say a man's bike when I was like 13 or 12, it wasn't possible for me.
Yeah, I mean, I just got at that age where it barely was possible. That's why I got that bike.
Way too dang.
And it's still holding up to this day. It's great. I like it. But yeah,
Okay.
I definitely need to exchange the saddle because
Mhm.
because my very nice butt bones are just. Huh?
We talk about butt again, man.
Yeah, man, they're too far apart. The butt is too big. So whenever I like,
but too big.
so when I ride my bike, it just hurts after 30 minutes.
Okay,
And then my butt hurts for like 2 days after.
I'm not gonna add what I. Hmm?
Huh?
Hmm? Ah.
And
And-
Valen is actually rating
Wait.
us. Welcome in, everyone.
Happy
from the Valen raid.
birthday
Oh, yeah,
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valen. Happy birthday to you.
That was so
Happy
desynchronized
birthday,
on my
mate.
end.
Hope you're doing great. Hope you've had a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. I hope you had a good stream, guys. Go ahead and give Valen a follow. She's great. She hosts good Among Us tournaments and also is around again. I think you were a bit inactive or just playing TFT or I think... What else did you play? Something else.
Other
but
games.
great. Yeah, I think other games, but great to see you back in Trackmania. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you've had a good stream. And welcome, Raiders. I just remember that you were playing other games and not Trackmania. So it's good to see you back because I also had a burnout from Trackmania. That's what I mean.
Tuesday TM Cup as well.
Didn't mean it like that
Nice.
way.
Well, I hope
And-
you had a great stream and some like for you satisfying runs in the 24-hour race. And of course, I now wish you a happy birthday, and I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day. Exactly. I think aren't you playing for Nina's team?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think she does.
I also think birthday's been amazing so far. Nice. Yeah, Team Ohana.
Ohana.
Yeah, Ohana means family.
Yeah, I know. Lilo and Stitch, good series. What are the lovely voices I hear? You have Zuzi. I'm Zuzi, and
And I'm Kai. Hi.
no jokes aside, I'm Turbo, Lucas Turbo, and Zuzi and Brandon. And then we also have Nick Lang in the background, who's hosting the stream because the other PCs couldn't handle it. So thank you again, Nick, for that. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Next in is at 11. I also have to wake up at 9:30. Still casting till 3.
Enjoy your sleep then, Waylon.
Good focus.
I mean, I had a 1 hour nap so far, and it was amazing and absolutely necessary because my eyes were kind of getting tired.
I could
So-
actually just lay in bed, actually. Wait a second. Wait a
Just
second.
cast from your bed. Cuddle with your weak Ashley.
Exactly. No, wait. I think I could do that. My cable is long enough.
You could kiss your weak Ashley.
But then I don't hear anything. Oh, wait, why is that so?
Well, you don't need to be on your PC. You could just take your phone and lay in bed and go on Discord.
Yeah.
The audio scuff then.
Mime actually
yeah.
crashing again. What doing, Mime?
Yeah, but still, that's only like 2 to 3
Of
crashes
course.
in an hour.
It's fine, but I just noticed it. Right as I was focusing on the game, mine crashes. Hi, the bad streamer. Exactly.
Exactly, Deluxe. You know it.
Isn't there a
The game
category
is-
on Twitch?
Yeah,
Just
I'm just
sleep.
sleeping, yeah.
Yeah, there is. My game is actually getting more laggy again for me right now.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I
Have
can
a
only like
greeting.
go can only go here and chill like that.
Go chill for a bit. I mean, earlier when you said that, I also got myself a nice fluffy blanket. I'm feeling super cuddly right now. Yeah, tea time TM, exactly.
Tea time, TM.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Nice alliteration. I like it. But yeah, Mime has been increasing the lead again by quite a few checkpoints. So that's pretty solid. And I think if we see Elcon next again, then yeah, Team OK has no chance. Again, it really. Team
Yeah,
OK only has a chance of catching up when Masa is driving, I think.
When
And I
Yuke
have
is
no
playing.
idea how fast Yuke is.
Yuke is not that fast compared to the. I mean, he's not slow. Don't get me wrong. I think he would bottom frag really hard. It's like if I were to play in this team, probably even a bit worse. No, I'm
Let's see.
joking. Yuke's alright.
Yeah, I also believe so. I mean, alright enough for the team at least to not lose all of the leads they have. That's, I mean, the only thing that really matters. You want to keep that nice, comfortable lead, and then everything is gonna be alright.
Everything is gonna be. What was that song again? Why do I have humor for that? But I like here.
Everything
I did.
is gonna be alright.
If you need to
It's-
know the name of a song, ask Easy.
It's from a Bob Marley song.
I was like.
Was it for One Love? I cannot remember right now.
Who was that again? Wasn't it from? No, that wasn't Lady Gaga, right?
Well, I'm thinking of the Bob Marley song.
I don't.
I think I
don't
know
know,
which
though.
song Turbo is referring to, but I'm not entirely sure.
One love, let's get together and
No.
be alright.
Ah, yeah, I know that one. I know that one.
Was it Formula Woman Cry? I see. Honestly, all the songs sound so similar, and
Yeah,
I-
it's reggae.
and yeah, I mainly know Bob Marley songs from like a Bob Marley best of CD that my stepsister had, and we listened to it constantly on repeat while we were driving to Croatia. So I have fond memories of that, but also it was quite some time ago, and it was just a lot of Bob Marley songs in loop.
No woman, no cry.
No
No
woman,
woman,
no
no
cry.
cry. Good.
Yeah, Massa didn't do too bad. I agree. Massa did well. I'm just saying that it was the only time slot where Team OK actually did catch up a bit, like quite a few CPs actually, which of course still was not enough. It's just the only chance I believe they will ever have.
Yeah, or if the Yuki guy is playing.
Yeah, we'll see about Yuki.
Yeah, don't have faith in him, man.
And Tim, everything is going great. We have our personal broadcaster, camera guy, and yeah,
What's up, Tim?
everything's fine now. It was just hard to stream when it was Quantum Deathcat and I. I'm glad that we found Nick. We're
Yes.
chilling.
Ui.
Oi. Oh, actually. I see that the average tech enjoyers, I believe, just took over Stinky Squad, so they're in the fight.
No.
Maybe did Stinky Squad just exchange drivers? Yes, they did. This is apparently where it came from. Let's see if Stinky Squad can catch up then again.
Ah, okay. Whew. I should chill
There.
normal again. Okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, the
Stinky
bench
Squad changed drivers, so Hedra is now playing. Keep practicing on a 6th position for the average tech enjoyers.
Stinky
Currently
squad
in
though.
front of the Stinky Squad. Of course, what we talked about earlier already.
What a name.
Now it is really important for the average tech enjoyers that they get as far away from the Stinky Squad as possible. You do not want to be close to them as they smell really bad, apparently.
Wow. I mean, yeah.
So
With
yeah,
Hydra.
you don't want to get into a fight with them, but maybe that's actually a tactic of them. They smell so bad that it's just very uncomfortable to be in a fight with them. You don't want to get close to them, so maybe you just resign and just avoid the fight altogether.
You just
to get a break.
just go AFK and be like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
I cannot deal with this. The smell. Take me away from that garbage.
Take me away. Yeah, but good to see that Hedra is playing well. Also, haven't seen him really in a long time. He's certainly one of the best players. Just know him. I think he was an Exalty, if I call it correctly. But yeah, P6 for him. Then, of course, still a good fight here between them and Lingo, who has maybe made some more mistakes right now in the backward section. And down to P7. For him,
I'm actually close to 7,000 checkpoints for his team. And we're close to 6,999.
true, we missed the 66666666666.
Unlucky. But we will not miss the 7,000.
Oh.
699
Oh,
and
with a crash.
7,000.
With a crash.
Congratulations to team in the mat for getting over 7,000 checkpoints
Good.
as the first team.
45 checkpoints ahead. What a close race. I mean, it's quite fitting, you know. Shorty's playing right now, and he's second.
Shorty was super fast earlier.
I mean, it's an average of 441. I wasn't expecting something else from Toby. It's pretty nice. That's, I mean, that's like a bit slower than Spam compared to the consistency, but he seems to be really fast.
Yeah, he's definitely pulling his weight, especially if you compare it also to the rest of his team. He actually has one of the highest CPs per minute rate. Together, like he's actually equal with Lars right now.
The last
Both-
TV guy.
Yeah, both at 10.899 CPs per minute.
I mean, everyone is between 10 and 11. Is there someone at 11 actually?
Not in Team OK.
I mean, in general. Let me check actually.
Probably Elcon.
No, not even Elcon actually. Elcon is at 10.967 checkpoints per minute. So he is close to 11. Maybe the next time he will drive, he will get to 11.
Ooh. I mean, it seems that it's really hard to get to 11 then.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 9-6. That's a lot. Anyways, what about the teams that are actually having only 2 players? I mean, also 52nd position. Maybe we can take a look onto.
I will change that.
We can take a look onto 52nd for a second, because there's someone playing that we all know. Look at that, Axel Alex.
Yeah, actually, Binks is actually at 11 checkpoints per minute.
Look who's playing on 52nd. Axel
52nd.
Alex playing for Team
Oh,
Ohana.
Axel Alex is playing good.
Or
Yeah,
my
I know
fellow
that
mod.
he's also a mod of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to confirm, Binks has a checkpoint per minute of 11.048.
Good. But yeah, Alex is also playing right now on a 457, so not the worst for him. He's not really playing that much. I think he's playing more Rocket League, if he's even having time to play. So great to see that he's actually showing up. Also, let's see his backwards part. Let's see if yeah, okay, well, listen, okay, that was good actually. Okay, that wasn't that good.
Yeah, he wanted to turn around on the Derrit, or at least thought about that, I guess. And
Int-
respawned?
Interesting
Yeah.
respawn.
Hmm.
Maybe you could just get reactor boost up and cheese, but let's not get into that.
That is probably something for the training server to figure out, not something you want to test out in the rounds, in the live rounds.
Why not? Also,
Turning
Scorpion's
around
playing there.
nicely. Yeah, Scorpio also playing right now. and
Good.
he's really having some trouble.
What team is Scorpio playing for?
I think for the princesses, yes, at position 50.
Princesses. Good, cool name.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's the S team.
Yeah.
That's why the prince. Oh god, what a name.
Isn't it great?
But just
I should have
about
also.
900 checkpoints behind the first place.
It is.
Surely they can catch
these
up.
numbers. Yeah, surely they can catch up.
Copium.
Everyone in front just DNFs and doesn't play anymore.
Yeah, everyone has a DC. Yeah, Scorpio.
What are
Man,
these
what
lines?
doing, Scorpio, man?
Stop being so gay and
Oh, you
stop
also-
driving.
He also streamed yesterday, couple of the day, and then he rated Mark. And Mark was like, man, we're in the middle of the cup.
Oh no.
But also he has improved. He was in Div 1.
Nice.
Even though it was only the rerun, but he was in Div 1. That was really cool. Okay. Scrappy, still live. I mean, he has a sub goal. For 1600 subs, he streams the whole 24-hour race. He's right now at 400. So every 100 subs adds up 1 hour. So right now he has to end at 3. So let's see if he's gonna end or not.
Quite a few cats actually playing. We have Axton Kitten
Wait, really?
882 in Team Cat, aka the Amazing Sodas. And then we also have again playing Crazy Kit Cat for Team nightly star racers.
Dude, why are there so many cats? Like, what the hell?
Why shouldn't there be?
But
They heard
but I
they heard that Quantum Death Cat is casting.
but
Actually,
I see a
there's
pattern here. The cats are not doing good.
shut up. They're cats.
But
Like
there's
how you
there's Katzi. Katzi is the leader.
Yeah, I love Cutsy.
Liebe
Just
sie.
press accelerate harder, yes.
Ich
No,
liebe
we
sie.
actually like there's actually this conspiracy theory going on that Crazy Kit Cat is in fact one of Quantum Death Cat kittens, because he has a cat called Kit Kat. Kit Kat.
Is it? Really?
So you know, if a cat's driving, it has like 2 paws. What can you really expect, performance-wise, compared to pro players?
Mhm.
Humans.
I feel like we should watch somebody else, because I
Yeah.
don't believe in Caster's Curse, but Scorpy just...
No, Scorpion is definitely.
Okay, let's go
deserves-
ahead and spectate P number. Oh, let's go with Hedra. Let's go with Hedra because they're close.
Yeah, let's just go back up there. A lot of scrolling.
Oh, but they got overtaken by average tech enjoyers again.
Yeah,
But it could also matter like on what phase they're on at the map. Like it
I
could be
believe it
longer
was
or shorter
mostly
checkpoints.
because they just switched drivers again.
Yeah, but also like it depends on what kind of part they're on the map because the checkpoint density could be like it could be one checkpoint after 2 seconds or just after, like, you know, here in this case you drive for almost 5 seconds. You know, it's always a bit intimidating.
For sure, you have to
The
keep
gap.
that in mind. But yeah, you especially when you're so close together, if one team switches players, of course the other team will then overtake. And then we really have to see if they can catch it up again.
Yeah, so
Ensure that they're earned their spot to be in front.
it's hard to tell, yeah.
Even cats know better than me. Always, Izzy, always. They have always been better than you. I'm sorry to disappoint you and bring you the news. But cats are just superior.
But they love Easy.
Good.
Not gonna lie. As soon as Easy enters my home, at least one cat is around him. The whole time.
How many cats do you have?
We have 2 cats and
Aw.
some other animals.
What other animals?
1 dog, 6 chickens, and we used to have 3 ferrets, but they died.
That's so cool.
Yeah, time intensive.
For sure. You're not looking for a roommate, are you?
I live with my parents, so no.
That's
Same.
unfortunate.
Oh,
I think it has advantages and disadvantages. I think if like, you know, I also don't have like the easiest relationship with my mom, but you know, if everything is working, you can really make it a good one in terms of, you know, you help your mom or your dad or both, you know, and they help you. So I think it's good, but of course you lack privacy at some point. You just wanna be on your own.
I feel like I have probably the best situation then, because I can't move out from home because I study in Cologne and I live in
Cologne is
Neuss
expensive.
and I have to drive by car because the rent in Cologne is insanely high, especially for students. You pay like 400 to 500 bucks a month for
Yeah,
half a
for
room.
like 1 square meter.
It's insane. And so I stay at my parents' house, but I have like the 3rd floor just for me alone, which is
Ooh.
like super nice because, yeah.
How long are you
Uh,
driving to Cologne? Actually, it's like 40 minutes.
Actually, if the road isn't too full, 34 minutes is like my best.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, 40 minutes is a good average.
I drove towards Koblenz the other day, and you have to go via A3. So I drove the A43, then the A1, and then A3. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
A1, A3, everything was good. I went onto the A3. What is Hedra doing, dude?
Hater
What the f-
actually.
Yeah,
fucking
Afi, he pulled the
difficult.
Afi, dude. Like, man. But, you know, it's so chaotic to drive through Cologne. Literally, it's the worst thing that you could ever do.
Yeah, but there is one big advantage because I'm not at the university in Cologne, but more on the, I don't know what it's called in English, the Fachhochschule.
Ah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like about a 4-minute drive in Cologne city from the highway to my university, which has a big parking space for all
Ah,
cars.
nice.
So technically speaking, I'm faster at the university from my home than my friends who study in Cologne and live in Cologne, because to afford the rent in Cologne, they have to live so far out that they have
Yeah.
like 1 or 1.5 hours with the by train or bus. It's insane.
Yeah, like, Cologne is really, like... You would be considered AFK?
One.
Is it League of
Well,
Legends or what?
I should
Sorry.
switch drivers more.
Yeah. Just,
Go ahead, Susie.
yeah, or go to racing or something. One thing that is worse than driving in Cologne is having Shorty drive in Cologne and sitting next to him. Well, he is freaking out because he cannot understand his Navi.
Oh,
and he's just raging in the car. It is wonderful.
Dude, I had that the last time as well. So, did that trip when I went to Koblenz? Oh, dude, oh my god. You know, my navigation system or my assistant set me, which was my mom. So let's just say it like that. Yo, let's like take the route through Cologne, avoid the A3, and then go towards a different road to just go around the traffic jam. Okay, but there was another traffic jam just on that road where we went into Cologne. Behind me was a bus, like a really fat bus, okay? And all of a sudden the bus was honking and that was so fucking loud. But the thing is, I couldn't see the police and also the ambulance in the middle because there was like an emergency gap in the middle because there was the bus. You know, and I didn't have space on my right. Dude, I was scared so much. That was so fucking loud.
yeah.
And then I just took the wrong way like 4 times in Cologne. Oh,
Yeah,
detour, and
that
then I
also
also
happened to
missed the
Shorty.
exit. And I also missed the exit on the Autobahn, so I had to drive 15 more kilometers to go 15 kilometers back again. That was the worst, dude. I was so done after that. Really.
Sounds like a classic day for commuter to Cologne.
Yeah.
I don't think that I could do this commute if I'm 50, 60 years old. My blood pressure would just rise out of my head.
Yeah, like driving a car in a city is very exhausting, really.
I feel like the city isn't the worst thing in Cologne. The part where the highway connects to the city, this is the worst part. By far. I mean, on Thursday, I drove the last time to the university, and it's just insane. I, like, 3 to 4 times nearly crashed my car because some idiots aren't able to look after if there is a car in the lane they want to go. I mean, it's the worst thing.
It's always unfortunate.
It's the worst.
At least we did have a good time, Shorty and I, in Cologne. We went to the cat cafe there, which will actually close at the end of the year. So if you want to check out that cat cafe, which is really cool, by the way.
Why is it
The
closing?
cats, when we were there, the cats were super cuddly. I had a cat on my lap literally almost the whole time, and Shorty as well.
Why is it closing?
A few reasons, but mainly because the person who owns the place, like the rooms, are throwing them out basically. They have.
What about the cats?
They'll someone will just adopt them. They'll be fine. The cats will be fine. But yeah, the cafe would have to move, and the owner of the cafe has said that just owning a cafe with all the bureaucracy and especially a cat cafe with special rules, then he has not made the best experiences with that in general, and it has
Fair.
been a lot of trouble for him. So he just feels like it's a good ending point for him to just close the cafe then instead of move somewhere else and have maybe struggle with finding the new place and stuff like this. So yeah, this is where it will close. I was there once and I can really recommend a visit if you're close to Cologne and you like cats. It was really a pleasant experience there, and I can just recommend to go check it out before the end of the year.
Good to know.
I can't believe that it's almost 2 a.m. It will be only 1 more hour for me, and I can finally go to bed.
Same for me though.
Yeah, but you haven't been casting right now for 5 hours. I mean, you have also been casting TMFL. You've been casting enough for sure, but yeah, these like the past 4 hours have just flown by.
That's correct, actually. I mean, also for me, there was something to do, but it was literally just, fun and, messing around. You don't really talk that much about the game and all that. Just having fun.
Exactly.
And
This is what I
chill.
like about this cast. It's not, your typical cast where things happen fast and it is extremely exciting. It's just a chill podcast.
Chill podcast where we occasionally look onto Aurel and Choi playing here.
Choi.
But, I mean, it's 50 checkpoints right now, so it's so much.
Hey, you're crashing. What doing? Maybe this is the chance for VH Racing to take over.
Copium.
They're getting closer. And closer.
And closer.
And closer.
Huh.
Huh? What was that? Hey, we're actually bonking again while I'm not looking for a second. What is happening?
Bonk head.
And this will be the GGs for VH Racing right
The
now.
GGs, you say?
they're taking over.
Yeah, I mean, they're 8th now. Hedraman, what doing? Losing 2 positions.
To be fair, it is 2 a.m. and just driving consistently for this long, it's hard.
It's not.
It is. Like,
It's
for
not
how
that hard.
long has Hader now been playing? Hold on.
Sorry. Super sorry, guys.
Hader's been actually okay. Never mind. Not playing for that long. It's only 45 minutes. Hader, what doing? You cannot let your team down like this.
They can. As you can see here, I mean, Hedra is letting his team down, but of course it's a... Thank you,
Actually,
Easy.
not really.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. Hader actually has as far as I can see, the second best checkpoint per minute from the Stinky squad. So all is good. All is well. Pretty in the middle. They're also all really close together. Kind of similar checkpoint per minute times to team. Okay. But yeah.
I just have to say, okay.
No, I'm not going for the armor. Okay. Oh no, wait, that was wrong. Okay. But why can I not do it right now? I can usually do it better. But I'm going for the okay. Enthusiastic. Okay. And I will not stop
Okay.
doing that. That just sounded like you were dying because
Okay.
now you're bored.
Okay.
Now you're Amaterasu.
Okay.
Now you're even more Amaterasu.
Okay.
Now you're slowly trying to exit the room.
Okay.
Now you're feeling a bit grumpy.
Rumpy. Hello, default. What's up?
Grumpy. Hello, hello, hello.
Do you have world record on this web default? Hope you do. Wait, really, Alex? Oh no.
The
They were
casting
definitely gonna
works.
spectate you again.
Oh yes, totally. If you don't perform well, I will unmod you.
Oh,
Oh.
it's like,
you know,
yes, another channel not to visit.
to be fair, Axel hasn't been on my channel
Axel.
quite a while. Yeah, that's his name.
I know. Like, his nickname. Because there was another guy called Alex. That's why they had to figure something out.
I mean, I always call him Axel because it's the first name in his name.
No,
Why
I
would
call him Alex.
Alex is way too boring. Axel is way cooler.
Do you know it? Of course I know it. Dude.
Offline, of course. Yeah, sure. Of course.
Just was.
You don't wanna share that with the world.
He fed up. He doesn't like us anymore.
Yeah, I mean he's been pretty busy with real life.
Sure, you're busy. Yeah, sure. I'm also
I
busy.
understand, Axel. I understand. It's fine. I also have other mods.
I don't have mods to spare.
I'm
Any
a
mods?
mod. I'm your mod. I'm literally right here. What are you talking about?
Any mods in chat?
Yes.
Mod check?
What check?
Oh man. Hello Turbo. Oh yo,
No! What
the
did you get for
QTC guy. Wait, how did you call it QTC? Right, too.
Yeah.
QTC. What a name.
Like I always pronounce it QTC, and Fabian in chat earlier was at some point like, "Oh, I'm only now realizing that it's supposed to be QDC and not QTC."
The QTC would be such a cool name. If you have to brand at some
Also,
point.
in chat, Jan Winke, welcome in, welcome.
Yeah, what's up, Jan? How's Hot
I
Up
saw you
going,
driving.
one? Did just a large just chatting stream without webcam and Trackmania in the background.
We love it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, if you want, I can add you webcam. Should be
No.
possible.
No, no, thank
Nah, I don't wanna.
3 o'clock in the morning. The webcam.
Nah, dude.
Be like
My
half
room
asleep.
is
So-
almost dark.
you. I'm feeling really awake.
I feel
I'm
aware.
awake. I'm alive.
I'm not awake. I'm literally dead. Dead inside.
Now I know what I believe inside. Now it's my time. I do what I want, cause this is my life. Here I am, right now. Stand my ground and never look down.
It's almost that again.
Know what I believe inside. I'm awake and I'm alive. It's literally called Awake and Alive by Skillet.
Ah, yo, too.
I'm
I
full
remember.
dead and still need to drive 3 hours and 30 minutes. Oh no, Jan.
Yeah, nah.
Go get yourself a Coke, get yourself an energy drink, coffee, whatever.
I thought you wanted to say go get yourself cocaine.
That too, whatever fills your bladder.
What,
It-
Susi? It's illegal in Germany. It's
What?
illegal everywhere.
I'm
Come on.
talking about Coca-Cola.
Okay, fair. I also talked about Coca-Cola.
That doesn't help me anymore. Yeah.
Coca.
Maybe all that. Do you need me to come over and I can give you my acupressure mat. Maybe the pain of that will make you awake.
Okay. Paint champ.
It does feel amazing. Actually, now I want to lie down on that. I haven't in quite a while, and I feel like my back could reduce that.
Wait, why saved? Okay, Hedra is swapping now, actually.
Yes. Which will be an opportunity to Rage Racing to overtake again. Go Hollow.
Good.
Who's actually driving? Volnera driving now for the Stinky Squad.
Very stinky player.
Yeah, actually,
Yar.
yar.
Just
Are we
pronounce it.
pirates now?
No, just you just have a
We'll
an
never
English
have
word
it.
and pronounce it. A German word and pronounce it. Yar.
Yar.
It's
We'll
getting too
never
late.
actually having 10.683 checkpoints per minute and having driven over 2,000 checkpoints for Team Stinky Squad
Oh,
so
that's
far.
crazy.
Over 3 hours already.
How many laps is one? How many checkpoints is one lap?
I've also asked myself that question, but I've
I think it's
never
like
actually checked.
50-ish checkpoints.
I
You can see it
don't.
here. The
Wait,
checkpoints
where-
are numbered.
Yeah,
On
the
top of
checkpoints are numbered, but I never paid attention
Wait,
to
where
it.
the number?
On top
Oh,
of the
oh
checkpoint.
my
Center.
fucking! Dude, I'm seeing it for the
50,
first
50.
time.
Alright, we will check if 50 is correct
Dude,
now.
I'm seeing
Yeah.
that for the. Nah, it's more. It's more. No,
At
wait.
the start of the race,
I would
was
say it's
asking-
57.
It's also I also asked myself the same question, and then I noticed the checkpoints, and then I just never checked. I was always my mind was also always busy with
Dude.
something else.
Dude, who the fuck looks up to checkpoint numbers? Says the one plays RPGs and trials. Oh my god, dude.
Maybe you have to reconsider your career choice.
Oh my god, what is happening? I'm getting a bit tired.
Yeah. It's okay, it's okay. We're on the last hour, Kai. Then you can sleep. Then you're done with casting for this event, I believe.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I would love to be more involved, but I just cannot. And I'm also like,
It's fine. You did like 5 hours?
yeah.
It's only slightly below the average.
What do you mean below the average? I'm not getting paid.
No, I'm just saying that if you're equally divided the
Yeah.
hours to cast, there would be
Since
around
I'm not getting paid,
6
you
to
know.
7 hours.
You cannot expect me to do anything. No, I'm joking, of course.
Of course, but you know, it's just
Yeah, I
I'm doing
know what
9
you mean.
hours.
I know what you mean.
so
I'm doing.
I can cover your 1 hour that you're not doing.
I love doing that, but right now I'm just in a big deep hole. I'm just chilling here doing nothing right now, like
Here.
really.
Kai has
So-
his last casting hour, and I have my last casting hour for tonight. And you will see me again at 12 a.m. until the end of the race.
Yeah, guys. So you know when not to watch.
Yeah, hello. I actually still need someone for the last hour to stream.
Yeah,
because
I
there's-
had to ditch you actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
nice of
man. Super sorry, real life.
It's completely fine. It's just, and we probably want someone else to stream and not me.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well,
would have done it elsewhere. Yeah, now Nick will stay for the next 13 hours.
I don't care if you're staying for the next 13 hours. I just need you to be awake at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah, Nick, you've heard that.
I'll set an alarm.
Good, great. Because I could really use your help again.
Good.
Thank you so much.
No
It,
problem.
it does. I can sleep much better in
I
an
can't
hour.
sleep much. Like, would you be nervous to not know who's gonna? Nah, don't worry about that too much, Susie.
I mean, it is not nice to have this uncertainty of
Yeah.
thinking, yeah, I know I cannot really stream it, but we need someone, but people don't have time.
We have no time for this.
Yeah, people don't have time for this. Apparently, I have time for this.
You do have time for it.
Yeah. Actually, before I forget, let me take my brother. It's also his birthday.
Yeah, I always forget that actually. Like birthdays.
Literally, always in the morning, I get a notification on my phone, and even the day before, and then I just forget to say happy birthday, and then I feel super bad because I actually did remember on the day. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna text them later. Right now is not a good time.
Nah,
Whatever.
I don't care when I text, but I always think about it before, but not like on the birthday itself, and then it's like already 2, and then I'm falling asleep, and I don't know.
Then it's also, I don't want to say happy birthday like 2 days later. Then I'd rather just like forget.
Why not? I think that's fine.
All right, I texted him now, and I'll also have a phone call with him this evening. So
Yeah, things that you have to do when someone's birthday. Step 1.
No, we always have phone calls on Sundays.
Ah, okay. just don't mention that. Just don't congratulate him and be
Yeah,
like, yo.
like the rest of my family will also be in the voice chat, and they will all say happy birthday, and I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, just not
like,
reluctantly decide to not do it. Yeah, exactly. And yo, good luck, Jan. Good luck.
Bye, Jan. We will spectate you for a bit.
No, we don't. What was that laugh? Like a psychopath.
You know me. I'm not a psychopath.
No, you're not. You're certainly not a psycho.
Why would I be? Hi.
I don't know. I just have the assumption sometimes that you are a psycho, but...
Wait, you do?
No.
Oh no.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't. I don't identify as a psychopath.
That's what only a psychopath would say. Right, Nick?
I don't know.
Nick
Ever
is
watched-
trying to stay out of this.
Not
What should you
entirely,
say?
but ever watched the movie American Psycho?
Never
No,
did
I didn't.
actually.
You have to watch it, first of all, and secondly, he's a psycho and he's aware that he is one. And he says
okay.
it.
I will eventually watch it, maybe at some point.
You have to. It's absolutely great. I mean,
Pepper G?
probably one of the best movies in the last few years I have seen.
I like the new Top Gun.
I never watched it.
Also haven't watched it.
But why?
I would honestly say that they're a psychopath. I don't know, not me.
Also not me. Definitely not.
More people
Sorry, guys.
recommending the movie. Yeah, I'll watch it at some point probably.
Isn't
I don't watch
American
movies.
Psycho the movie Christian Bale got his first Oscar for?
I have no idea.
Gareth Bale? Hmm?
Christian Bale.
I know.
Also, oh,
Gareth Bale, the football player.
Christian Bale kind of sounds like Christian Grey, and that. No. I don't know who that is. I don't know any like actors and stuff.
I know myself. That's the most important. I know who I am.
Wow. But do you?
Yeah, who am I?
How about we go on a discovery about yourself, Kai?
Oh god, Sissy. Let's stop that.
Another time, perhaps.
Maybe.
Maybe. Next KO Wednesday.
Oh god. Anyways.
Anywho.
just wanted to say either Mime is driving faster or Shorty's getting a bit slower, because in the last 8 minutes or so, Team ITM gained like 5 checkpoints.
Oh really? I didn't
yeah.
take a
They
look
were-
into that.
49 and now 54.
Maybe Shorty did a
53.
mistake.
Yeah, but 5 checkpoints? A mistake? That's so costly.
I mean-
Yeah, I mean it could be.
Mime
the
has
backwards
been
part.
always gaining quite a bit of checkpoints to okay, no matter who's
maybe-
driving to okay.
Maybe
So it
Shorty's
doesn't
struggling
surprise
again.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that he's gained a few checkpoints on them. But yeah, that many, I guess. Have they switched drivers recently or something?
Who?
Or Team okay? But no, Charlie's been driving for a while, or has he?
He is. Oh. He
But
wa-
I can't see a last lap time
You can't see a last lap time on.
on
Okay,
mine
now.
either.
No, now it's again there, but
Yeah, sometimes it
Oh.
loads a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come in
I
a
don't know
second.
what happened here.
I'm just I'm just chilling here somewhere on my
Here, Charlie's had some crashes, but mine was also playing really consistency. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Thank you so much for providing that information.
Thank you, Chad. I think mine is
Thank you,
also still
Chad, for
streaming.
being better informed than us.
We are informed. We just.
Yeah, but we can of course not watch all the POV streams while we're casting.
I mean, I could, but
You could. Then do it.
no.
Just go watch another stream if this isn't good enough for you. Just
What?
become one of those streamers who just watches YouTube videos on the side while streaming
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
and not caring about the stream.
I play games next to it.
Someone knows when the server crashed last time. I don't know. I only know that it was in the night and
Just extremely fucking tired. That's all.
that it was a planned crash. So they knew they were gonna crash and then they really pushed the limits to see
Ah, okay.
what exactly then the reason was, so that they could control the crash and have everything
Like
set
a
up.
chain reaction.
Yeah. So that they could have everything set up to continue as fast as possible. It was only a matter of time until the server would crash, and then they kind of planned it and forced it, I guess, to know the reason and being able to react accordingly. 12 monitor TV casting setup. Yes. My laptop can handle 12 monitors.
No. Okay.
so
12 monitors.
I'm gonna be away for a few minutes.
40 more minutes to go until you
Yes.
guys get the Knucci guy back.
Knucci.
Yeah. We also had that same conversation last time when during the first edition, the test edition of the 24-hour race, when I was casting with Nauch. And that's why I kind of just started calling him Knucci.
Okay, Okay. I'm sitting good again. There you go.
Good.
Anyways, let's go with Crack House here, yeah?
Crack House.
AKA Seraph. It's Krakus guy.
Where?
We already spectating him.
Ah. Yeah, but I'm not. Now I am.
Sorry, had to
Have
put my microphone again to the dingsbums. Yeah, so Krakus also played the Trackmania Formula League today. He got a good, I think, 19th or 20th place. So he has already played a lot. Also Loic, it's a hell of him. I think he played for my team, Team Eden, back then. But yeah, 5th place for them. I'm so in the fucking mud, dude. It's crazy. Oh my
Bye,
god.
mute.
And Imod is behind, so Imod is not playing. And then Holo, Vulnera, look at that. Holo and Vulnera 1 checkpoint apart. And Imod is 4 checkpoints ahead. And then additional 4 checkpoints we have Seraph.
Oh yeah, Hollow actually did manage to overtake the Stinky squad now.
Yeah.
Again.
So
It took Hollow quite a while, but he got there eventually.
Good.
And they're still fighting.
Anyone? We're playing Cup of the Night, guys. Vinka.
Well, Mark would be disappointed if he knows that you're awake at 3 a.m. and not playing.
I did that. That's what we did. Arcadia. Everyone was in Mark's chat, literally.
I was in Mark's chat at night. I went to the hotel room and then I watched Mark for half an hour and then fell asleep. But everyone just told me to go away because I was drunk and they didn't want me there.
We really? We were like, oh, on
Yeah.
Saturday or when?
No, it was, yeah, I mean, it was on Saturday. It was Friday to Saturday night.
Zero is so fucking real on Saturday. Holy shit. You were so drunk.
And?
Nothing. It was cute. You were always. I had a conversation, and you were coming to me and were just hugging me.
Yeah.
And then people were like, "Oh, okay, who's that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a good friend." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "No, guys, she has a friend, man."
She has a friend.
Yeah, I'm there for a boyfriend. I'm there for her because, you know, I'm just a safe space.
Yeah. To be fair, I said it and I will say it again. I only got so drunk because I felt super safe in the environment and with the people I was with.
Fair.
Fair point.
Else
That's
I wouldn't
actually-
get that drunk.
Yeah, fair. That's actually
Or
a good,
I would
good point.
at least attempt to control myself a bit more. And to be fair, I also constantly apologize to everyone about being touchy and being drunk.
Yeah, I mean, people can misunderstand that quite quickly. But usually, I think everyone was fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt that because I really had a hard time stopping myself constantly touching Granati because his hoodie was so soft. And I couldn't get enough of it.
What the fuck is?
Shenga, it's a
it-
friend, guys. Please trust. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ed
A
like I said,
friend.
have a good podcast. Catch promo code 10 viewers for 24 hours. What the fuck is that, dude? We can do everything. Tired of ad writers and we'll turn it off. Google us. Get viewers pro, dude. What the fuck is that? Banning. What the hell, dude? What are those bots nowadays? Shengar, what's up, mates? Nice seeing you. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Hey, dude.
Now that I see Shenga in chat, I of course have to use my emote made by Shenga.
White people happy.
It was I actually commissioned Shengar to draw an octopussy, and he just used one of Marius's free pictures, free drawings, because he
Wait,
had so many that he never uses.
He used it, or you used the ones
No,
from?
I just used it. We were like Shengar and I were both like, yeah, I would just use one of Marius. He won't notice, basically.
So you did pay him for that quote?
I did not pay him.
Who made that wavy mod actually from you?
I did.
That's good actually.
I made all of my emotes besides this octopussy one that Shengar made.
The party octopus.
Yeah, that also I did not make.
It's way too dank.
Yeah, it's just one of these like default animated emotes from Twitch, where you can just put in a picture and it's one of the
really?
effects you can put on it, and then it's just this party
way
thing.
too snack is great.
Octopussy, yes.
Okay, so still 34 minutes.
We will get through this together.
But you made all the emotes yourself?
Yeah, I actually want to redo them. I hate them.
Sheesh. Susie, they're actually looking great. You could.
They're
like,
fine
make-
enough for me to keep them, but I'm
Did
not
you
too
make-
happy.
Did you make Mario's safe emote actually? No, you didn't, right?
No, I did not.
Did
I
you make
forgot
any
the
Mario's
name.
emote?
No.
Did you make any emotes for other streamers?
No.
I think you have potential to make emotes for others because you have a good brand, like a good style in it. Like, it's different. That's what I mean. I like it.
Yay! I mean,
Just having that.
I will redo my emotes at some point, and maybe then they're presentable enough for
Yeah,
me
but
to think about something like that.
yeah, but I would maybe consider doing that. Maybe do a Fiverr or something. Maybe people like your style.
Mm.
Also, that the emote is named Octopussy. That's so weird.
One of my proudest Twitch achievements is getting Twitch to actually like accept that name.
Must have been a misclick, to be honest.
Yeah, Octopussy is a name approved by Twitch.
Crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just to think, the last 24-hour race, I had been streaming for 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
So because I started in January, and the 24-hour race was in February.
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah, I was streaming for 1 month. It must have been around the time where I did my 12-hour stream.
Wow.
Because
You're-
I had Ama in my 12-hour stream, and I think if I hadn't talked to him there, he wouldn't have like pulled me into the voice chat for the cast as easily. So I must have done my 12-hour stream maybe, or actually, like a bit after that or something, around that same time. So long ago. Are you
That's
excited
not
for
long.
Christmas? Actually, I'm not.
That's not long, actually, Susie.
It is not long. I'm not excited for Christmas.
I like Christmas.
I
Christmas is
don't
the
know. I also like Christmas, but also it's stressing me out. I
Why
feel
is
like
it stressing you out?
yeah, I mean Christmas with my family is like my mom and then my 2 older brothers and my grandma, who's like 91, and it always feels like it's about making my mom happy and doing
Okay.
everything the way she wants. It's more of like an event for her to feel happy, I feel like, than
And not like, yeah, I see.
all of us. Can we quickly talk about the top 3 teams having only 5 lives over 5 minutes combined? They have insane pace and
And who?
insane skill, and it shows. And it is why they are top 3.
Nah, they're all bad.
I could do better.
Mm-hmm.
If I was driving, if I had gotten a spot.
If I had gotten a spot.
To be fair, I have already been asked to cast before the registration was open, so, you know, it was never really a thought of mine to actually join this race.
Yeah, same.
Unlucky. If I hadn't been asked to cast, I would have, of course, joined and won.
It's getting carried.
Yeah, I would just join Team OK as like the mascot member who never drives.
I mean, that's what Yuki is doing for
Pretty much.
Team in the Mud.
See, I would be there for Team OK. Which means that I might or might not be in the voice chat with them. So I would be live on Scrappy stream, and I know what will happen is that Stormy will just pull out quotes from me that I wrote in a Scrappy stream at one point and just try to embarrass me. And it would be horrible and hilarious.
Would actually be hilarious, yeah.
I mean, he did it on your stream once.
Well,
Very rude.
What did he do?
No, Stormy just looked through my messages I ever sent in Scrappy's chat and just posted them into your chat to try to expose me or something.
Oh yeah, wait, you
Hello,
said
what
so.
doing?
You said so many weird things though.
I did, but some of them in context were fine.
But you cannot tell me that this wasn't a meme.
Of course, I was just memeing.
I
It's
hope so.
Scrappy's chat.
I hope
And
so.
it's me. What are you expecting?
Nothing.
Exactly. It's not even that I'm embarrassed by that. I'm to this day not even sure what
I'm
Stormy
expecting.
was trying to do.
Expecting nothing. Oh.
It was so random also, like what gave Stormy the idea to look through the messages that I wrote in Scruffy's chat. Like, why?
I remember when you called out people being Poda Pro. Like I streamed deck 69, like that's a hard ice trial, it's not finishable anymore. And there was like Poda Pro and like Lars, but not Lars TM, a different Lars. And we all had that conspiracy that Poda Pro is Lars. And that is also true.
Oh, I remember that.
And Susie, you know, he was always like, no, I'm not that guy, I'm not that guy, I never, blah blah blah. And then Susie just went into my list and said, you're Poda Pro, you're
Yeah,
Poda Pro.
it was like
And you actually
this
called out
mystery, so
three or four lurkers out.
I just called lurkers out. It was like,
That was not cool. That was not cool.
It was cool.
No, that's something that you never do. You never call them out.
I
Let
mean,
lurkers be lurkers.
I'm not calling out lurkers for being lurkers.
Of course you do.
It was not what happened. I just tagged them as a joke to be like, you know, are you that person?
They probably don't understand that.
Probably not. And then they were hella confused, and then it's funny. But it was not about them being like lurkers and me minding that they're lurkers.
They are
Of course I
lurkers
would-
turbo.
Ha ha ha. I do appreciate my lurkers.
Same.
Turbo,
do.
was there in your chat? I don't know, one of the first streams I watched from you. Everyone was writing watch time. One of your lurkers, first time message watch time, and like 1 month and 20 days or something.
Yeah.
So super extreme.
Yeah, I remember that. I think the first stream that you watched, I think you didn't even have a good entry because your first message was a backseat on me building something on a map. I remember that.
I don't
Because-
know.
Because easy, I was having a bad vibe to you, firstly, but then second message I was like, dude, that's a cool guy, because the first time Easy joined me was when I played this Robe of Ariadne map, this 20 lap map, with challenges, and he oiled me.
Yeah, easy. First thing, enters the stream. Never seen it before. I give
Gifting
him
5.
subs.
Yeah, dude, like he was gifting so many, like, dude, the Easy just so supportive. I think you like also gifting sometimes, but Easy just exaggerated a little bit when he joined in the stream. Okay, he does have a challenge, let's give 10. Oh, it's a good vibe, let's do 10. I mean, I appreciate that, but that was way too dank, really.
I don't know, I think the most gifted subs I have in your channel. And we nearly 40
Good.
or something.
Yeah, I
Which
think
is like-
Easy had that in the first hour.
Sounds like an easy thing to do. I mean, this guy didn't. I'm not entirely sure. He's in chat, so he can tell me. But I think he bought a second 240 Hz monitor as a secondary monitor or third monitor, and he bought the exact same he had the first time because why not? Or you had to clean it or something. So
Let me quickly check how many you have. Nick, wait.
Something like that. Why?
You have 32.
damn.
Good focus, easy.
I mean, that's actually that's like a okay. Easy has. I thought he had more. He has only 50. Oh, I thought he had way more.
Unlucky.
I don't know, but I think.
I think. Ah no, he's always like the person who baits people into hype trains.
Yeah, I think his Discord profile says professional hype train starter.
Yeah.
I don't know, is it him still? Let me have a
But yeah, true. Yeah,
focus,
you're right.
Easy.
You're right. I mean, also when I got like 99 and 100 gift subs, he started the hype train. I remember. Yeah. True.
Yeah. This in Civic, what a legend. I mean, isn't he
In-
the one who carries the whole Rocket League esport series?
Yeah. In Civic is not even in my top 10 most gifted.
No?
No, he's top 15 with 100 gift subs. crazy, isn't it?
It is.
It's insane. I mean, I like to pay for a sub or sometimes gift sub because in the end it's still cheaper than, for example, a movie ticket or something. Or
What joke did I
anything else
tell?
entertaining.
What joke did I tell, Alex? The joke was fucked up. Wait, what joke did I tell? I forgot. Whatever.
At that point, we were talking about the whole lurkers thing and everything around that time.
Oh, Lurkers Tobo, yeah. remember.
And he said
Ooh.
fucked up turbo. Oh.
Oof, oof, oof.
Okay, sorry to kill the conversation there. Super sorry.
No problem. I already forgot what it was about.
It's about not paying for subs. You don't have a problem for that.
Yeah, I think subs. I mean, it's free entertaining, and I feel like should be something okay. If you can afford it, why not?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, you
sure.
get something in return, so
You do get cool emotes.
I mean,
yeah, entertainment mostly.
Exactly.
I think what is fine is also like just on a healthy basis to have like, you know, like 40, 50 subs. That's all right, you know? You support someone that you enjoy. I also gift subs to streamers that I enjoy. But then, you know, people just gift like, I don't know. There was one stream where I got like 300 gift subs. And then Savage was like, dude, how should I eat that? And I was like, dude, I was feeling actually super bad about that because he only meant that as a joke, but still, they were spending so much money on my stream on this day.
Yeah.
And it's just too much, you know? It's like, it's cool when like one person is subscribing.
It looks. I'm just restarting it.